No, we got no.
It's killing, I mean, millions and millions of people. Me and my team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No, I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth, it's only what you do, some things you gotta do, Fight the millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. From much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let us see the real. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm ASICs. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition, I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. Tell you the truth, it's only what you do,
the things you gotta do. Hey, barbershop conversations, man. What's up, y'all? How's everybody feeling, man? DB, Southside Tone, what it do, big homie? Is that TB or is that different? Southside, is that TB? You change your name on us? Is that Lonnie? KF, Wookie Wook, TB, Lonnie, Miss Boxing. Hey, Miss Boxing. I was just about to email you. Change it to 5 instead of 15. Hey, I don't know how to take it off. So just everyone that does, I just say, what up, Shyland? How you doing? Miss Boxing again. Andrew Charles. CMB. Who's the real leader of CMB? Oh, no, Southside Tone is different than TB. Okay. How you feeling tonight, TB? You feeling all right? Big Lloyd. McGahee, Phantom Brawler. Yes, indeed. Reggie Owen. CO Sense, man. What's up, y'all, man? It's great to have y'all in here. What up, Broderick? It's great to have y'all in here. Santeo, ho! What up, LB? Yeah, change it, Miss Boxing. What up, Jeffrey? So, man, let me cut this off for a replays. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight, man. Oh, man. So, is today Wednesday or Thursday? I'm asking a serious question. Is today Wednesday or Thursday? I really don't know. I don't know what today is, man. I ain't lying. Is today Wednesday or Thursday? Like, I'm asking a serious question. Is tomorrow Friday or is tomorrow Thursday? Today is Thursday? Damn. Tomorrow's dog. These quarantine days are crazy, man. I have no idea what today. I was thinking today was Wednesday all day today, but I guess it's Monday. Yeah, right. Every day is Monday. Shit. I appreciate you, Miss Boxer. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Oh, today is Wednesday. I didn't want to check the calendar, but man, I don't know what today is. Whatever it is, tomorrow gonna be the same damn thing anyway. So I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. And for those of you who don't know, I was listening to first of all, I didn't really do nothing interesting today. But I was sitting, before we get into the topic at hand, I was sitting trying to compare this to 2020 to 2008, 2007, 2008. And in 2008 and 7, when the crisis happened, I was laid off. So I was literally collecting unemployment checks. And I was thinking about the people that are going through things. And I'm like, dude, it's it just adds more flavor to your meat, you know what I mean? More flavor and more seasoning to your food, you know what I mean? It just makes the story more compelling after you get out of this. What up, Ticket TV? You know what I mean? So if I can offer any words of encouragement to anyone out there, man, it's definitely possible, man. Not definitely, it is possible. I don't know what anyone's situation is, whether you got laid off or you got cut hours or rent mortgage behind, but it's definitely possible, man. And I just wanted to extend some words of encouragement. I got to have a wrench day. A wrench. Oh, I'm eating a corner store pizza right now. I could use more flavor right now. Yeah, man, it was tough. It was tough on me. You know what I mean? So, but push through. You know what I mean? Sometimes, some days, I put 2 bricks on the wall. Some days I was too tired to carry the brick to put on the wall. If you know the Will Smith story, how you build the wall 1 brick at a time. You know what I mean? So I just think that oh man, I appreciate you, Marlon. I appreciate you, King. I genuinely appreciate you, dog, in the Cash App. Thank you, King. And I just literally want to, because I was driving through the city today, and you know how you see things on your timeline and shit, and it said 22 million people unemployed. Sheesh, 13 more people. That'll be 10% of America. That will be 10% of the country will be unemployed. Wow. To me, that sounds, of the total population, not the working age. You know what I mean? So the working age, that would be pretty like that would be even more damning. You know what I mean? So fight through it. You know what I mean? And on the other side of the coin, if you have access to cash, if you have access to great credit, if you have access to credit lines, be responsible. Be responsible with your investments. You definitely can leapfrog ahead. It's definitely an opportunity for all of us, you know what I mean, to balance the spreadsheet as it relates to creating revenue, creating streams of income. You know what I mean? Think of how many people are multi-millionaires and some billionaires because of the internet when they got in the late 90s or the mid 90s and early 2000s. Now they remember it was Silicon Valley, you know what I mean? And so make sponsor it's going to be done. It's going to be a new crop of millionaires in 2 years. I have no doubt in my mind. You know what I mean? It's going to be some new, like Amazon took off. Netflix took off. And there are so many. And like Blockbuster and like regular radio and shit. Like ESPN is cutting. You know, Dan Raphael lost his job, and they asking talent to take a 10 to 15%, 15 to 25% pay cut. You know, and so there are going to be new streams of income, new types of businesses, and find a way to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Find a way to be a part of that. So so if you can that idea that you had, shit, get it done. If you have access to cash, or if you know someone who has access to cash, man, team up. You know what I mean? Build bridges. You know what I mean? Fuck trying to swim across the fucking ocean, man. Build a bridge. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers gonna catch a boat to fucking the UK. Motherfucker, build a plane. You know what I mean? Take 2 years to build the plane. You know what I mean? Instead of taking 4 years to take the ship across the ocean. You know what I mean? So, anyways, yeah. Now, damn, begging for change outside the grocery store. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. I took it down because I want to reuse that shit later. Maybe like fight week, maybe like the Friday of fight week and shit. I'm gonna re-upload it because YouTube would ding me if I have both up. So, anyways, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. So y'all heard the title, y'all saw the title, man. I appreciate everyone tuning in. You guys know if you guys want to be beamed in, you guys are more than welcome to beam yourself in. It'll be great to have you. Beam yourself in. You guys see the number on the screen, and we're gonna jump into this shit real quick. So we already know what's going on with Yaya. And I absolutely hope the victim is okay. If you guys ain't heard it, Dan signed a multi-year with SiriusXM. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no one watching SiriusXM. That shit is dead. I got stock. I got thousands of shares of stock in SiriusXM. That ain't moving shit. You want to hear something so funny about that? I have thousands of shares in SiriusXM, and I'm not even a subscriber of SiriusXM. Let me see what they stock is. I don't even check that fucking stock, man. I bought it for like $7. Shit, 10 years ago or some shit like that. Let's see, Sirius. I'm just curious. SiriusXM. Stop. See where it's at. See, look at this shit. 530. I'm still negative on that hoe. I'm still negative on it. I lost like $1 something a share on that shit, man. I bought that shit 10 years ago. SiriusXM, ain't nobody. That shit is dead. You know what I mean? SiriusXM is like AM radio. Yeah, and I know because I'm an investor. I ain't made no money on. I'll tell you guys a great story about SiriusXM. All right. I had a teammate named, well, his name is Kurt, right? And I had a client, right? His name was, you guys should Google him, Mitch Julis. Y'all should Google him, right? He has over $10 billion in assets. And I was training his son. That was at the time when I had my training business, 2009, 2010 or something like that. And he gave me some tips along the way. You know what I mean? He went to school with Meg Whitman, who's the owner of eBay. I actually went to her campaign party and shit because coincidentally I was training his son at 4:00 and they had the campaign party at 6 at his house in Beverly Hills and shit. So I just stayed around and I watched, and you know what I mean, and I had my sweats on and shit, but I didn't really work the room, but I was just seeing how it worked, you know. And Mitch Jewis was a great man to me. You understand what I'm saying? And I had my boy Kurt, the SiriusXM. I'm gonna tell you about. I'm talking about SiriusXM now. And Kurt, it was a Friday night. I never forget this shit. Mind you, I own thousands of shares of stock in Sirius. And I called my boy Kurt because this was my first big time investment in stock. My very, very first, right? Very, very first, right? And so I called Kurt because I own IBM stock. I remember that vividly. His dad worked for IBM. And I said, Kurt, man, I'm thinking about investing in Sirius. I had like $10,000. I don't know how many I had, whatever it was. And he said, man, no, you need to invest in Netflix. I'm like, what the I never even heard of Netflix at the time. I wasn't savvy at all. You know what I mean? And so I said, fuck that. I'm going to call Mitch Julis. Mitch Julis is a multi-millionaire. I should pull him up on the screen. I can do screen sharing right now. But anyways, he represents everybody in Hollywood for the most part. I'm talking about not the athletes and shit, but the people who own the athletes and shit, right? You know what I mean? So, and I called Mitch, and he said, I called him Mr. Julis. I always call him Mr. Julis. And I said, Mr. Julis, Jewish man, obviously by his last name. I says, I need a tip. He says, I says, what do you think I should invest in? Netflix or Sirius satellite radio? He says, well, we have millions of dollars of bonds in Sirius satellite radio, so I have a vested interest. And he says, well, I think long term, because that's when Oprah had just signed with them and the NFL had just signed with them. And he said, you know, I think subscription radio may be a thing, may work. And he also said Netflix could work too. And so I followed his money because he was this is what he did for a living. So I invested my thousands of dollars in Sirius satellite radio. Right. And I've lost $1 and something a share since. And Netflix is what, $700 a share now. I laugh at myself all the time because Kurt, who I spent more time with, you know what I mean, hit the nail on the head. I'll be worth $20 million just from that stock right now, probably, because, you know what I mean? So that's what, you know what I mean? So that's my story. Anyhow, man. So that's my story. I wish I would have gotten the motherfucking Netflix stock. But anyways, you live and you learn. Since then I've hit the AIG stock. I hit all the bank stocks in 2008. I'm gonna hit all the airline stocks, and if you want the rest, go to my Patreon. So that's it. That's my story. And you know what I mean? And Tesla, you guys know Tesla because I own 2 Teslas, so y'all know I've done well with the Tesla stock. So, but anyways, man. So as I digress, hopefully I inspired y'all to make educated investments. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. So I was listening to Ticket's stream last night, right? And we all know what's going on with Floyd Mayweather and Yaya Mayweather, right? And for those of you who don't know the history of it, like, she's kind of aggressive, pretty much abrasive, you know what I mean? And it's just who she is, you know, you understand what I'm saying? And so we know what went on with her and NBA Youngboy. If you follow anybody's channel on any form of social media, you have a sense of what's going on there. But I was listening to Ticket, and Floyd Mayweather's 15-year-old daughter had a lot to say about what the fuck is going on. And it threw me in a loop. And I'm going to put it on the screen because I can screen share now. I like this shit now. Let me get organized and figure this shit out. But first, let me preface it by what her 15-year-old Mayweather's 15-year-old daughter said after Yaya was arrested. Here it is right here. So I can screen share now. So this is what she said, and I quote, "Let's get out of the habit of telling people, well, that's still your mom, that's still your dad, that's still your brother, that's still your sister. Toxic is toxic, whether it's family or not. You are allowed to walk away from people who constantly hurt you. You are allowed to," end quote. That's his 15-year-old daughter saying that, right? Now, I was on Ticket's live stream yesterday, and an article is I put it in the link yesterday. I'll put it here if you guys wanted to. Shit, but anyways, here it is right here. So here it is right here. And I'm quote, Ayana Yaya Mayweather is 19-year-old daughter of famed professional boxer turned boxing promoter Floyd Mayweather Jr. And she recently made headlines after she stabbed a woman multiple times while confronting her over rapper, probably older, meant to say older, over rapper India Youngboy, who was reportedly engaged to. She is now facing up to 99 years in prison. Yaya has four half siblings that include Zaire Mayweather, who is a 15-year-old. She is now making headlines for a threat she made on Instagram. It all began with rapper and fellow teenager Bhad making the comments, "Who wants to be black?" when responding to people calling her out for trying to be African American. Zaire hit back on her IG story about not only smacking her when she sees her, but stating, but stating that she doesn't, and I quote, she doesn't fight bitches around here. We stabbed them, end quote. Now, when you hear that shit like that, it's like, God, my fucking God. Like, what up, Pretty Kel? So, oh, that's the Catch Me Outside girl. Oh, that's her. Okay. Okay. So, in my humble opinion, and your, what the fuck is protocol? Call in. I genuinely need y'all to call in. What is protocol at this point? Feel free to beam in. You're more than welcome to beam in. You're more than welcome to call in. What is protocol? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why is and I'll just say, I mean, I've never known Floyd don't be aggressive around. Like when I spend time with Floyd, he's just real casual and narcissistic. You know, he's real casual. Everybody knows Floyd is narcissistic, but I'm just saying he's not like a. I wonder where they get this aggressiveness from. You know what I mean? Like wanting to stab. Okay, yeah. So, but the so I'm just interested in what you guys have to say. So feel free to call in, and the phone lines are officially open. I'm very interested in what y'all got to say. Super Coon hasn't been here all week, so somebody else got to be first. You know what I mean? Like, is it the kids? Is it environment? Is it the parents? You know what I mean? Like, I always say I'm not the expert on this. So, Omega Red still shooting. Omega Red, you don't run out of bullets at all, dog. You don't run out of bullets at all. You know what I mean? You don't run out of bullets at all. That's amazing. That's amazing. So, yeah, that's the dumbest thing you could do is threaten someone on the internet and in writing. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make sense. You know, I was just shaking my head like, damn. And my guess is that maybe Floyd is taking a step back and realizing that they need to spend some time together. You know what I mean? They need to spend.
Lemo 10 to V12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
What's popping?
Hey, what's going on, man? You got to excuse my voice today, man. I'm a little hoarse. But Alanis Morissette, the singer back in the 90s, she had a song, I think it was called Ironic. Isn't it ironic, don't you think? The irony of a masterclass boxing technician of the sweet science like Floyd Mayweather having his offspring turn to kitchen utensils and penitentiary tactics to fight their battles. Isn't it ironic?
Very.
You know, we generally expect and accept like toddlers and little kids to experience some sort of aggressive behaviors, but Yaya is 19 and I think her name is Jira. She's 15 years old. For them to be exhibiting this kind of violent and aggressive behavior is a reflection of possible absenteeism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is not going to work in her sister's favor. Probably not going to work well in her sister's favor in the courtroom and in the justice system. Also not for public perception either, because we're here talking about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're right. I just really hope. Go ahead. No, continue, please.
I was going to say, let's just hope that the son doesn't do anything too crazy in the coming days or in the coming weeks. You know what I mean? But just like a jab across a hook, you got to practice and you got to work on things. So emotional regulation is a skill set that we all have to learn and we have to master it. You know, we got to learn how to control ourselves.
Facts.
You know, and there's a common denominator in all of this, and the last name is Mayweather.
Wow.
I'm not placing blame anywhere, but I am. You know, at the end of the day, it's all Gucci. All lives matter.
God.
Go get your kids.
Damn. Ooh, it's all good. Oh man, that shit hit me. Oh. You know, hopefully we get the broader lesson. I definitely don't want to make this. I mean, maybe we can like use this stream for solutions. You know what I mean? We already spent, I know that shit was powerful, right? We already spent like making claims about Floyd ain't this, Floyd ain't that. You know what I mean?
Lemo 10 to B12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
513, what's up?
You love that nip, bro.
Oh,
I'm rocking with you on that.
Oh, you need another one?
I got a show today. That's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate.
What's poppin'?
That part. Bro, keep it real, man. Her dad's a fighter, man. So she really love her daddy like that. She crazy, too. Because the fighter's like a street nigga. You from Inglewood, ain't you? Don't you stay in Inglewood?
I stay right next to Inglewood, 3 blocks away, basically. Yeah.
Right. And you know how them Cali niggas is up there banging, man. It's a different type of mind state to be a fighter, man. Personally, he shouldn't be letting his daughter date that nigga. Would you let your daughter, you know what I mean?
Man, I'm telling you, man. You don't understand, dog. Like, it's I know she's 19, but I think there's steps to get there. You understand? Like,
yeah.
Like there's steps to acceptance. You understand what I'm saying? Like, hey, maybe I'll smoke a roach.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll smoke maybe I'll smoke a joint. Then I'll smoke a blunt. Then I'll try pills. Then I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying marijuana is I'm not saying marijuana is the gateway drugs to smoking crack. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Or basketball, you make your right hand layup. And then you go to the block, you make your first bank shot, right? And then you go to the next block, you got to make a decision. Do I go bank or do I go straight in? You know what I mean? And then you go to the corner of the free throw line. You know what I mean? Then you go to the free throw line. Then you go to the 3-point line. So there's levels to this, you know what I mean? So
like Meek.
Yeah, right. Meek say, right?
For sure not, though, man. Bro, for sure not.
Great point, Pretty Cal. Great point, Pretty Cal.
Yeah. But bro, not to jump off subject, but when you gonna spar Kenny, man? Or is that dead?
I'm gonna sue Kenny. That's what I'm gonna do. Why would I fight him? Why would I fight him? That's the easy solution. I'm getting to the money.
Because I heard you.
Everybody. I'm not afraid of him.
Let's take it to the other. Let's take it to the other.
Let's
take it to the other side. What you say? Let's take it off.
Nah, we getting to the money. As soon as Sean signed his fight, we getting to the money. Nah, I ain't fucking, man. I'm not dealing with that, man. I'm trying to get to 20 million, dog. That's the goal.
Right.
I'm locked in.
Right.
Yeah, I'm locked in. So I ain't dealing with him. Once they can show proof of income, Fred coming. I'm smarter than I look. You know what I mean? So anyway. Yeah.
Right. Right.
I'm not
gotta
sparring,
play it like chess, not checkers.
Yeah, I already said, man, I'm tired of being the realest nigga in this boxing game. You know how many times I would have to fight every weekend? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not afraid of nobody. Everybody knows Fred ain't afraid of nobody. I don't know who that is.
No, I said that's a lot of Thunderdomes.
I don't know who that is. What's that?
Thunderdomes?
No.
Fighting, bro.
Oh, okay.
Fighting.
Yeah.
You know what that is, bro. You from LA, man. Come on, bro. You know the whole world bite they swag. That's where it originates from. You know the whole world on that drip, bro.
Yep.
But go ahead though.
I ain't say shit. You ain't asked no question, nigga. You just asked one question. I answered it.
And I heard you go on that tough shit again. I know. But the question of the day, did you see that? Did you see Gary calling out Devin?
Yeah, we talked about that last night, but you can talk about it now.
Yeah, but did you see that video? I seen you put that video up earlier.
Yeah, I posted it yesterday,
bro.
I posted it.
I seen that. I was like, either he gonna have to fight, but I see how they're gonna play. They're gonna make the black man fight the black man because they're gonna let him slip through. Let him fight whoever, but they're gonna force the black man to fight the black man. You know what I mean? Like on that Bojangles shit again. Yeah. We gotta tear each other down just to get their approval.
Appreciate the call. Oh, he hung up. So, yeah, man. Okay, feel free to call in. More guys, more than welcome to call in. Somebody said this call is over. It's funny. I felt that shit too.
Let my tent to B12. Double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
248. What's up?
What up? What up, Fred? First time caller.
Hey, welcome to the show. Where you calling from?
Thank you, bro. Michigan.
Oh, okay. Tell us your name. I appreciate
right
you.
outside of Detroit.
Okay.
This is Russo in the chat.
Okay.
But
Russo?
yeah,
Okay,
I don't
gotcha.
know what to make of this shit, bro. Because it's like, I mean, your other sister just fucking stabbed somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna go out and talk like you're gonna stab another person, man. What the fuck is that, bro? It's just such a slap in the face to Floyd, man. Like, I'm starting to feel bad for him. This shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That shit's just crazy to me. It's like a form of self-sabotage or some shit. Like, I mean, I'm sure he's a good father and shit, bro, but come on, man. Look at that. Like, what are these kids doing to their father, bro?
I have no idea. Man, I can't answer that. I genuinely can't answer that. Like,
you know what I mean? That sounds like some self-sabotage shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
how the fuck your sister just stabbed somebody, dog? How are you gonna go out and talk about stabbing another fucking girl a week later?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. I mean, like I said, I'm starting to feel bad for Floyd because shit's just, it's like a domino effect. One thing after another, man.
Yeah, I mean, see, when two things happen at one time, it's like, Fred, we know everybody ain't scared of nobody. Everybody telling, oh, we'll take, I don't give a fuck. Nobody fighting. That ain't happening. Yeah, so what I'm saying is this. I just think that when too many bad things happen to somebody, you like, man, just let this shit stop, man. It's like when someone is losing in a fight. All right, enough is enough. You know what I mean? Like, leave this guy alone.
Yeah.
Like,
right, throw him the fucking towel.
Like, I don't feel bad for the man, but I'm like, damn, like, shit. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? But Floyd kids are crying out. There's a solution. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, there we go. Yeah. And Floyd got to acknowledge it. And we all responsible. We all responsible for our kids modeling behavior. You know what I mean? Like our company we bring around our kids. You know what I mean? What they watch on TV, how we respond to adversity. You know what I mean? How we respond to success. How much success do we create versus how many problems we create? You know what I mean? And
you got it, bro. Yep.
And I
think, look at it. You know, you can have everything, bro, but you can't have everything at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Look how successful he is, and look at this shit. It's a good example. You just got to raise him correctly and everything like that, man. Next week, his son might talk about shooting somebody.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen next. Like, what the fuck? But that's my call, bro. All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks for calling in, Michigan.
Good chopping it up. No problem. Shout out to Grandpa Rambo. All right.
All right. Peace.
We're out, bro.
All right. One. Yeah, man. It's too much, man. It's too much, dog. It's literally too much, man. You know what I mean? And I think that yeah, man, it's just too much, man. For real, it's just too much. For real, it's too much, man. But what's the solution? You know what I mean? Let's make this a solution-based show. All families matter. I know, but we also got people in here who already been through this. I'm about to go through this shit. Y'all know I'm about to go through this shit. Y'all know what I mean? I'm not immune to this shit. Kennedy gonna run me through the motherfucking, you know what I mean? Like, Lincoln about to run me through this shit. I've only been the dad for 5 years. You know, I'm chicken coming home to roost. Yeah. Malcolm X is my dude. I get all that. You know what I mean? But someone in Floyd's team is watching this. Because when I go do an interview at the next fight, you know what people at the Mayweather gym are gonna say? I ain't doing an interview. That means they're watching. So, like, I understand. I agree. D Bevel. I'm not losing any sleep over it. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, man, I'm worried. But there are parents like me who got toddlers. There are 26-year-old men and women in the chat that don't have kids yet. You know what I mean? You got parents out there that are middle school kids. You know what I mean? The solution for what exactly? Good question. How would you solve this problem? And in addition to that, how can you rear your child into not even having this type of mindset? You understand? Like not even having this type of mindset. You know what I mean? Because we can talk shit all day on this live stream for real. And this shit gonna be funny. I'm gonna laugh with y'all niggas, but guess what? It's just gonna be a bunch of laughs. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But I think if we can get something healthy out of it, and maybe, you never know. Maybe someone will build up the courage to sit Floyd ass down and say, Floyd, your kids are crying out. Your kids are crying out for help. You know what I mean? Like, maybe, you know what I mean? Because no one really has the courage to tell Floyd to sit his ass down. I've been around his team enough to know that no one tells Floyd no. And why should they? Because he's paying them. Like, he's their lifeline, you know? Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's and feel free to crack your jokes too. I'm not telling you not to call in and crack your jokes too. You guys are more than welcome to do that. Feel free to crack your jokes, and then after you crack your joke, we're gonna laugh, and then we're gonna try and find a solution. You know what I mean? Somebody call in. Shit, y'all motherfuckers. What a lonely life. Patty, you sure is saying a lot. You sure is saying a lot in the chat. So are you, Pretty Kelly. Oh, Pretty Kelly, you calling? Oh, you beaming in tonight, Pretty Kelly. Let me give you the chat. Let me give you the link, because Pretty Kelly is beaming in tonight.
Lemon tint to B12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
I gotta get. What's popping? 210.
What's up, Fred?
How you feel? I'll get you next.
Feeling good. Feeling great. Yeah, man. I thought you said, "What's the solution to this?" Man, I don't think the solution is easy. At least for Floyd, then. I think, after 19 years, it's hard to, correct these errors at this point. I'm not saying it's impossible, but he a busy man, so obviously the foundation wasn't built there. That's the advantage that you probably have with your daughter over him. You're there every day. You take care of her. She sees it. Hey, she sees dad every day, as opposed to Floyd, who, I mean, from what we can see, I'm not gonna say he was a bad dad, but he probably had a lot on his plate. And
who probably has a lot on his plate?
Floyd.
No.
You
can't use this as an excuse.
Yeah, no, and it's not. Okay, it's not an excuse.
Okay.
But what I'm saying at this point, he didn't pay attention to that. So, at this point, it's hard to correct it, to go and say, "Hey, at 19, now I'm gonna be the law," because this girl ran through Floyd her whole life, so she's already used to that part. That's why she went against the grain and came down to Houston and did what she did. Because if I'm paying your bills, you ain't leaving Vegas. You are not going with that guy. And you can see, and there's a video I saw her. She has a music video. I saw a video. I don't know whose channel it was, but they did it, and she's talking about we cut people in that video.
Oh my God.
She literally says that in a rap video. She did like a little rap video, and she says that.
They better take it down.
She better. Yes, exactly. Because in Texas, if you get convicted, after you get convicted, when they're gonna sentence you, they play everything you did in the past. And when the district attorney plays that, and she's like, "We slice people," oh man, they're gonna chew her up, man. And Texas ain't nowhere to play. I'm from San Antonio, man. They don't play that, so. Man, I just hope for the best, man. He got to do what he can, man. He definitely got to do what he can at this point. Try to save her, but I mean, it's his daughter. End of the day, everybody can say, "Hey, let her go through it," blah blah. Hey, man. At the end of the day, what's all the money in the world gonna do if you gotta go and visit your daughter at a jail cell every day? It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. We all got family.
Worth it.
I don't know. We all got family, but I mean, I got family in jail.
Definitely ain't worth
it. It's not cool to show up and you know, you see them in a suit and they walking depressed, eating that bullshit that they feed them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, hopefully you can get it together, man. But it ain't gonna be easy, that's for sure. So I mean, God bless them, and hopefully they can get it together.
Facts. No, you definitely want a positive ending for sure.
Yeah, exactly, man. I think everybody does. End of the day, I mean, all the stories that come out, everybody's saying she was pregnant, this and that. And it's a bad situation, but hopefully, man, for all parties, man, because it sucks. I mean, everybody worry about Yaya because she's Floyd's daughter, and I mean, boxing community, of course. But hey, that other girl got stabbed too. Like she
no, that's you always gotta, you know? Yeah, and you always got and it's contingent upon the victim. You know what I mean? How bad? Exactly. How bad is she hurt? You know what I mean?
Because think about it. If that was your daughter, or that was my daughter, I'd be ready to kill that girl. I don't care who's her daddy, you know? So, I mean, looking at it from that side too, it's like, man, well, the justice needs to be served somewhere. But then you look at it from Floyd's side, and you got to do what you got to do, man. Yeah. I mean, it sucks, man. Bad situation to be in. He should never be in that. But yeah, man, he should start paying attention to the younger one too. Yeah. Don't let her go down that same route. Yeah. And the boys too, man, because man, those boys can get in trouble quick. Real quick.
Facts. Yeah, and Floyd got to be more stable in terms of his living situation because now the mother's gone. You know, like I believe I'm just guesstimating. I don't know how the parenting was, or you know, but maybe Mrs. Harris had the day-to-day responsibilities of raising the kids. I'm uncertain of that. You know, I'm just guesstimating. You know, because Floyd spent a lot of time here in LA, so I can't say that. I don't know when he was there and when he wasn't there, but
exactly. All you got to do is see on Floyd's Instagram. He's in a different country every other week. So.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he makes.
And man, hey, but hey, he's blessed, man. He deserves it, right? But hey, you got to pay attention to your young ones, man. You don't take that stuff back. After it's done, man. They don't play out here, especially with people of color. They're going to throw the book at you, especially if you're successful. They're looking to do that to you. So, I mean, he got to do what he can, and it sucks, man. It's just a bad situation. Man, the mom that has so much influence, you see her on there doing splits with the daughter. She a whole Instagram model or trying to be one, you know? Now, I'm nobody to judge at the end of the day, man. Hey, only God can judge them, but they actually lead to something, and it sucks, man. It's a bad situation. You just got to push through it. But yeah, that's my call.
I appreciate you calling.
Do your thing, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, dog. Thanks for calling in. It's the other daughter we're talking about. We're not talking about Yaya. We know they have separate mothers. But yeah, man, we got a lot of parents in here, so I'm real interested. You know what I mean? I'm very interested. Oh shit! I'll get you next, Tick.
Let my tent to V12. Double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
What's poppin' 469?
Fred, what's good, man?
What's good?
Man, every time I see you, man, I just get inspired. No bullshit.
Oh, why?
Get inspired. I be like, Fred, pussy, die.
Oh, what I do, man? What I do?
Being you.
Okay.
Being inspirational. That's all you got to do is just keep doing what you doing. Be you and be inspirational. That's all you got to do. And you inspire us when you don't even realize it. Especially when it comes to that real estate game. Every time. Yeah, you inspire me, man. Every day, I think about different ways to get out this job and try to move in different directions the way I see you doing it, and I appreciate the inspiration even from afar. Now I just got to put some perspiration behind, sweat behind that inspiration. I'll be good. But what I called in to say was I had a question. If I pay child support, does that make me a good father? And if I don't pay child support, does that make me a bad father?
No, that's an expectation. I'm holding my child's hand when I walk across the street. Does that make me a good father, or is that like a baseline of expectations? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what you're supposed to do. Like if you're not with the parent.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's fine.
If you're not raising the kids,
child,
you know, if you're not.
supposed to support that child, right? But what about if you have to? So if I'm court ordered to pay child support, and I paid child support for 18 years, but I didn't spend no time with my child. You see what I'm saying? If the thing about it is, what I don't understand and what I don't like is we put a monetary value on it. So if I paid child support for 18 years, that doesn't make me a good father.
It
that
did
doesn't
not
make me a good father.
No, that's a baseline of expectations.
Right. So what I want to understand is because Floyd's daughter, and not only that, we are talking about the other one. She just lost her mother. So I wouldn't, I think she's going through a lot with losing her mother. So of course, I mean, what is she, 16 years old?
15, the article said.
15 years old. The person that she needed, that was supposed to teach her how to become a woman and that she would pattern herself, the womanhood is gone. She's gone. So do we look at Floyd to say, is Floyd going to teach her how to become a young woman? What about the young women around Floyd? Are they going to teach him how to? Are they going to teach her how to become a young woman?
Good question.
Just questions, man. I'm just throwing it out there. That's all, because I'm sitting there having thinking about this stuff, and it's kind of tough. I mean, we could sit and blame Floyd, which he does have his part to play, but at the end of the day, now we really can blame. Now we really could put it on Floyd with this 15-year-old, because her mother's not here anymore.
Yeah.
So whatever influences she's gonna pick up or whatever she's gonna be going through, it's gonna be because of her father, because it looks as though her father is gonna be her primary guardian.
No, you're right.
So just questions I had, Fred, man. Like I said, keep up the inspiration.
Yeah, we gonna get it. We gonna get it.
And I'm gonna keep watching and supporting. And one day I'll be able to call in and tell you what I did.
I'm looking forward to that shit. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. That'll be a lick. That'll be a lick for sure.
Yeah, but that was it, man. Just peace to the guys, man.
All the time.
Yes, sir.
All right, one.
Shout out to Dallas, baby.
All right. Ticket. Hey, what's poppin', dog? You want to say it again?
I didn't even think you was going to hit me back.
No, you fell asleep. I said I hit you after the next call. You called in between calls. Oh, okay, that's.
No, I ain't falling asleep. I was in my office.
Okay.
Work, man. And it's crazy, man. You know, bro.
You on speakerphone, so it's coming out echoey.
All right, my bad. Hold
yeah, go ahead.
It's crazy, man. So little girl, man, she may have just put herself under the jail, man.
Quite possibly.
You know. I mean, if the district attorney anything in Texas, man, you talking about that. It's just a level of just man, dog. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You in a bad area, Tech. Yeah, you in a terrible area. No.
So yeah, man,
Take it. You're in a terrible area.
Yeah, man. Hold on, man. It's better now, right?
Yeah, go. Don't move. Go.
Yeah. No. So what I'm saying is listen.
Nope.
Floyd, man, okay. He getting exposed, bro. He getting exposed, man. Floyd getting exposed, bro. You can have all the money in the world, man, but if you ain't putting in the quality time and doing what you need to do as a father, man, this type of shit is gonna tell on itself, man. The girl is headed for a path of destruction. And I've seen, first of all, the dude, NBA YoungBoy, man, he played it the wrong way. Once Floyd's daughter got into the trouble in the situation, which should have never happened in the first place. You know what I'm saying? They should have never had those two in the same space. They should have never been able to come in the same space like that, especially if they got any type of issues or if there's any type of issue that's escalating. That should have been squashed immediately instead of being allowed to get to that point where you got a girl that's pregnant and another girl pulling out knives, man. It's just, it's savagery, man. You know, and the sad part about it is they're going to, listen, people keep forgetting. People think that they love Floyd. These motherfuckers don't love Floyd, man. Well, they hate Floyd.
Who's that?
You know what I'm saying?
Who's
they
that?
hate Floyd this whole,
Who are they?
Well, all these motherfuckers, all these old racist ass motherfuckers.
Oh, okay.
Man, all these old Skip Bayless motherfuckers. They hate Floyd, man. These white boys hate Floyd, man. These motherfuckers think they love this, they love that dude, man. Bro, y'all seen how much racism was online when we went through the whole Manny Pacquiao shit. You know what I'm saying? He's lucky that Skip Bayless ain't got a hold of this type of shit. Because Skip would be going to work on his ass if he really got a hold of this story.
Facts.
If his ear was to the street on this story, man, he'd be cooking Floyd Mayweather, because that's how he did in the past. Before got into trouble, stuff like that. I mean, and it was relentless. You know what I'm saying? And we went through the whole racism and all that other shit behind, this guy, man. And then he turns around and does all this stuff, man. Listen, it's a consequence for all your actions in life. The energy, the negative energy you put in the atmosphere, that shit come back to you. Floyd, fucking with, stunting in front of his homies' chicks. You understand what I'm saying? Disrespecting just the average person, disrespecting people. Not respecting people because you feel like they ain't on your level money-wise. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping money. You understand what I'm saying? Praising money. It's not bad to love money. It's not bad to have money. It's bad to worship money. This guy worships money. You understand what I'm saying? Love of money, root all evil, y'all. This dude, man, he's set up himself for a path of destruction, man. The dude can't read. And then you got that on top of the fact that his daughters just seem to just be, they had no reason to be ratchet, but they out here acting ratchet, bro. It's sad, man. You understand what I'm saying, bro? It's just, it's an entire failure of fatherhood. He's not a professional basketball player. He doesn't play a different sport where he's going to be away 41 games of the season. He's going to be in a different city, and he's always going to be, no, he's a boxer. He lives in Vegas. He fights in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? His family's going to be there in Vegas with him. So he has no excuse. He only fight 2 times a year when he was active, and he ain't been active for years. So there's no excuse, man. This shit is disgusting, man. And if I keep seeing get this dude a pass and say this is not on him, this is all on him, man. As a father, you got a job in life, man. That's to keep your daughter off the pole and keep her away from these motherfucking monkey-ass motherfuckers that are goddamn, that will slide detour and then treat her like ish and then kick it to the curb. But like I said the other night, man, when you Floyd and you let's say you tell your daughter something and she see you bringing chicks in the house all the time, that confuses her. That messes up her mind. She thinks that's normal. She think it's normal. Y'all seen the video with her and her pampering the dude. Like she don't realize how much trouble she really in. But she's acting like she's still going on live with this guy.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like, yo, y'all don't know that y'all be snitching on y'all. Yeah, she was just on live with him the day before yesterday.
Damn.
Like cleaning this dude's clothes on his body. Like she his maid and stuff like that. This shit is unbelievable, bro. Have you seen this video, bro? She got the lint roller and rolling this nigga ass on camera. Literally rolling lint off his ass cheeks on camera. And off his legs. I'm just sitting there like, man, Floyd, man, dog, you failed, bro. You failed, man. And nigga, you got a strip club too? Nigga, you failed, man. You failed, man. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. That shit right there, I had a daughter, man. That shit would break my heart, man. See my daughter like that, bro. Real talk. Fred, you know. Fred, you ever see your daughter like that, Fred? You'll react sick, nigga. That shit's sad, bro. That shit's sad, man. That shit's sad. I don't even wish this shit on my fucking enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? He got a situation, bro, where it's a lot of issues going on and a lot of deep issues. And the other girl, she only 15 years old, man.
Yeah.
She talking like that? She's 15 years old. She talking about we don't fight.
And don't need to talk like that.
Hey, man, who you telling? You understand what I'm saying, bro? came up and money.
Mm-hmm.
So she been seeing this shit and getting this shit, but she got it from somewhere.
Yeah.
Where's she getting it from? Who's she hearing talk like this? You know what I'm saying? Man, if these people, if we have all this shit going, man, Floyd lucky we ain't got all this shit going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's lucky for two things, Fred. He's lucky he's not no active fighter. And he's lucky that we got all this shit going on where they can't really focus on his.
Oh my God, you're right. If boxing was going, damn, he is fortunate.
Do you know they would put his ass on the rotisserie, nigga?
Mm-hmm.
They've been waiting for this shit.
You're right.
Man, if they ain't had all this distraction going on, man, and they really had people out here in the force, you still had motherfuckers like Dan Raphael having jobs, man, they would have been cooking this motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
He'd have been all up in the shit, front page, nigga. You know they know Floyd Mayweather story tell.
Mm-hmm.
The only people who wouldn't have been talking about shit is Fight Hype. That's it. But I'm just saying, man, that shit sad, Fred. That shit is sad, bro.
Yeah,
bro, go check out that video where she is putting she got the lint buster and wiping this nigga ass, Fred, with the lint. You know the lint roller, Fred. When you roll it on your she rolling the nigga ass and his legs and shit on live. It's like she ain't got a care in the world, bro. I'm sitting here looking like, man. Damn, this nigga, he can't be the brightest person in the world, man. And I like young dude. I want him to be successful, man, but you can't be flashing guns on live. Fred, the mama's online telling the son, the mama told the son on live, Fred, if somebody mess with you, squeeze him and unload the clip and then squeeze it again. She just said this the other day.
Damn.
Fred, they're gonna have a field day with these people in court. If you the district attorney, oh man, bro. Bro, they going. This shit sad, bro. This shit a real tragedy, man. This shit some ESPN 30-30 shit, man. Real talk, man. I'm telling y'all, this shit happening for y'all very eyes. Y'all ain't even seeing this shit. The destruction of Floyd Mayweather. Nigga never lost in the ring. Nigga taking multiple losses outside the ring with his daughters, nigga. This shit is sad, nigga. Because if you draw the wrong judge and that motherfucker didn't like Floyd anyways, because Floyd got a history and he been to jail, do you know that power is in the judge? Judge is watching all this shit, bro.
Yes.
These motherfuckers are stupid. They snitch on themselves and then run around talking about somebody told them. No, nigga, you online snitching on yourself. This nigga flashing gats online on the Instagram, bro. Flashing gats. His mama telling him to squeeze until the clip is empty. Fred, you the district attorney. All you need to do is, man, they grabbing all this information, going to court, grabbing all this shit this crazy ass girl doing, all this shit she been doing on the ground, all the ratchet shit she been saying for years and getting away with it. They can build a case against her if they really want. This girl facing 99 years. It means they must have something on her ass. She's facing up to 99 years, bro. And if I sent you the article, what did it say? It say that they charging her and they're prosecuting against her that she unlawfully, what does that word mean, unlawfully? That means it wasn't self-defense. She said she unlawfully and knowingly stabbed that girl, man. And that girl talking about she stabbed in the stomach too. Man, I'm just telling you, dog. There's a lawsuit coming behind this shit. The girl, man, I just don't see. And then the best thing they could have did was laid low. But if you the attorney, all you gotta do is use her sister's comments. Now her sister came on and said, "Look, we don't." She didn't say I. She said we. She said we don't fight bitches. We stab them. So I mean, what else do y'all need, man? And Floyd, he quiet on all this shit. You ain't heard him say nothing, man. It's just like, man, this nigga ain't got no control. Now, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Fred. I don't even know what the age is right now. Fred, I don't know if you know what the age is. Since she's still a minor, technically, right? The 15-year-old, right?
Yes.
They can still, can come snatch her up, can't it, Fred?
Oh yeah, child protective CPS, excuse me, CPS.
If they feel like Floyd is an unfit father, they can come snatch her up, can't it?
Oh, I'm sure that. Oh yeah, for sure.
Because that's the girl who mom passed away, right?
Yes.
Man, that's sad, man. That's sad, bro. That's sad, man. Fred, that shit is sad, bro. It's sad, man. And you know, you had all this time to do that shit, nigga. You want to do it now? Talking about, oh, I'm just trying to be best for the record, man. Shut your ass up, nigga. Then you got hit with that guilt trip and that truth serum, nigga. Shit is sad, bro. That shit's sad. That's a family being destroyed in front of our very eyes. Another black family. The motherfucker's gonna be another statistic, man. Straight up, you know. And I'm sad, man. And where Big Floyd at in here? Big Floyd, he ain't even got no. One thing I learned in life is your father is always your father, regardless how old you are. Big Floyd, where he at, putting his foot down on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Where are all these other motherfuckers that was talking shit about Deontay Wilder in this Fury fight, and wanting to kiss ass for the Mayweather gym, but don't even want to tell the truth to Floyd about the shit he got going on in his life. The motherfucker, like you said, the motherfuckers is all yes men. E-Shay shit, all them motherfuckers. Yes men. Y'all niggas come out, talk all this shit and praise for it, all this other shit. None of y'all dudes is man enough to tell the nigga that he fucking up. And that he gonna fuck around and lose both of his daughters.
To the world. Yep.
To the man, my nigga. The path they going is the path of fucking destruction. Somebody gotta say that shit. You put yourself around people in different situations. Yo, that's why I always keep my motherfucking my circle small, nigga. I ain't never gonna put myself around niggas I don't really know like that and fuck with like that. You don't know what kind of beef they got. If motherfuckers is planning on hitting them, anything, nigga. Floyd should have went and been snatched that girl up. You don't know, bro. I'm telling you, man. Let me have a daughter, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I put it all on the line, nigga. Cause you ain't finna have me in no. You ain't finna have my daughter in no shit to where I come around. She got her fucking head blown off, fucking around off somebody else's beef. Telling y'all, man. You at that age, man. Shit, you gonna be. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna pick who you gonna marry, but you ain't fit to marry. You ain't fit to be fucking with this. Ain't no future in that. That shit is love. That shit is love. But I don't want to hold up too much more time. I had to cook on that shit, man, because the nigga, man, and there's too many people, Fred, and you gonna have people that's. And I seen all the dislikes in your comment section. All you do is a dislike. Fuck all of y'all. Because y'all motherfuckers is a bunch of yes men too. Before the video even started, I seen all the dislikes. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers is horrible, man. Yo, that shit, I'm telling you the truth, man.
I can't see that.
Y'all wonder why this world is going the way it's going right now, man. Look at how all these people thinking in this world, Fred. Look how people acting, bro. And these are the motherfucking next leaders of the next generation doing shit. These are the motherfuckers that's gonna be running for office and motherfucker, man, man, Fred, man. I ain't got number love for your channel, dog. Motherfuckers be thinking you be hating on Floyd and shit. This third, man, that shit be the truth, dog. And motherfuckers just too blind to see that shit, man. You know, but secretly, all these dudes that's listening to this video, y'all dislike you, that'll praise that nigga because he got money. This shit happened to their daughter, nigga. Them niggas would be sick. They wouldn't be saying that same shit. But y'all niggas are stuck on praising a man based off the fact that this nigga got bread. I don't give a fuck. That money ain't going. That money obviously couldn't keep his bitches in line, or should I say his females? Couldn't keep Nelly from snatching up one girl. Couldn't keep Ray J from snatching up the other Jane. So obviously his money ain't doing what it's supposed to do. Couldn't keep his daughters in line and not out here acting like they came from nothing. Sad, bro. But you know, y'all work that shit. Y'all celebrate that shit. Y'all celebrate that negativity and that and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, Fred, I'll let you, man.
I appreciate you, King.
Salute, my G.
All the time. Whew. Damn. Hey, you said something very interesting, Patty, and I would love for the callers, some of the young ladies to call in and talk about this at some point. I would love
Let my tip to B12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
410, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Fred?
How you feel?
Yeah, man. You gotta look no further, man. Just take it back, look at the beginning. Floyd comes from a broken home, had problems with his dad. Already he's kind of broken inside as he's growing up, right? So then he starts to have kids. He boxes and he starts to have kids. So now he's 40 plus. He's still not married. He run around with different women. And now you expect his kids to come out right. I mean, it's just a typical story out here, pretty much. Like how most people, you know, that's what's going to happen. Like, and then black folks fall into the trap more than anybody. Because they all on social media worried about all that stuff instead of getting their bread right and getting their families right. I see it every day, even with my own clients. Black people go out, they buy stuff, live beyond their means, and then cry to the world that they don't have no money after they pay bills. I mean, it's the same thing over and over and over. When we ever going to learn? You know, more of us going to fall victim to the system, and we going to sit back and watch them. You know?
I'm listening. We're listening. We're definitely listening.
Yeah, so what you say, Fred?
No, I said we're definitely listening to you.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, you just get tired of saying it over and over. Then, you know, you got a lot of people out here trying to bring us together, but are people really listening? It's like, you know, to me, it just seems like day by day it's getting worse. You know, the more you pray, the worse it's getting. You know, now we got the coronavirus out here. People don't basically know if they're going to eat tomorrow. You ain't got no job.
Awful.
What you going to do now? Most of these guys out here don't even know how to hunt or fish. If the market didn't have food, they don't know how to skin a deer. They don't know how to go out, tie a fishing hook on, go catch bass to feed their families. They done lost their way. They far from the way, you know? So it's like, that's why I stay away from a lot of people. Me and my friends, my homeboys, don't associate like that. I only associate with dudes that's solid. And it ain't about race. I got friends of all different races and live in all different places around the world. And you can see how they raise their kids compared to people that's out here like Floyd that's running around thinking it's a game. Now his daughter done got caught up with the system. He don't know what they're going to do to her. See how much money this going to buy him. See how much money he got can buy him out of this situation. You know, that's all I really got to say on it, man. It's just sad, man. When is we ever going to wake up as a people? Never. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm 44 years old. I've been seeing this my whole life. I own 2 companies. I own one company for 25 years. I'm sitting out here looking at guys that don't even got a job, sitting around smoking weed all day, not doing shit. Worried about Instagram, but they got a cell phone, though. They on Instagram, though, on Facebook. They know that, but they don't know the Constitution. They don't know their own rights. None of that. They get messed with the police and then worry about why the police is locked them up. You don't even know your own rights. So, you know, it's sad, man. It's sad, man. All I can say is get your family up away from these people because they definitely ain't learning. You're going to wind up falling victim to them. That's all I got to say, man. But yeah, Fred, I'm a long-time listener, man.
Oh, that's love.
And I support everything you do.
Oh, that's love, man. I appreciate that, dog.
All right.
All right, Juan. Thank you, dog. So the question that Patty said, do Floyd respect women enough to raise 2 daughters? That's pretty interesting.
Let my tent to B12.
Oh, my bad.
Double check the details. Gotta cross
I'm just
my
on my
T's and
net
dot
right
my
now.
I's or I can't sleep well.
I'm just on my net. Sorry about that.
All you scared to death Negroes.
What's poppin', man? How you feel?
You knew I was coming. There's another one right there, 44 fucking years old. I don't give a fuck how many companies you got. How the hell you say what black people ain't gonna never do when you know what the system doing to us? We know what the system doing to us. and can't do shit about it. Fuck is you talking about when you are a permanent bottom caste people? Ain't but 3 amendments, 13, there are 3 amendments you need to know about, the 13th, 14th, and the 15th. And all of them apply to black people. Any crime you commit, you become a slave again. Ask his ass, do we know that? And you got friends all over the world. I don't give a fuck how many friends you got, Fred, that you actually can say, I got a friend. Who the fuck hanging with niggas at 44 years old? Who? Sound like some goddamn gay ass shit. Come here, you black, talking about black people, man. Go talk this shit to them niggas around the world you talking to. And I don't mean to get rid of one of your damn followers or whatever, but this is just my opinion against something somebody said. I've been here 44 years. Nigga, I've been here 65 years. I still love black people. I see other people, but they don't see my ass. I don't give a fuck what you. How many times do you hear me say what I be doing, Fred? What I got? You ever heard me say that?
Well, we know your house is big.
Well, that's probably from on the phone arguing with a nigga or something. I say, go look on my Facebook page. You see how I'm rolling. But I don't have to say that shit, and I don't knock nobody to say it. When you say it, you're giving information, you're passing on to others. Hopefully, some can do what you did. Hopefully, some can employ people, like I see you be doing on some of your videos, you know. Mm-hmm. But everybody can't be a goddamn chief or a company owner, Fred. Got to be some goddamn Indians, man. Everybody can't be chiefs. Somebody got to work. Somebody got to serve. Somebody got to give opportunity. Someone has to take advantage of opportunity. Talking about what black people gonna do. Goddamn, we've been here a long goddamn time. Yeah, and now we got COVID. Motherfucker, we had a goddamn situation when I was 2 years old that I didn't know about, that my mom had to go take me to the hospital and pack me in ice. I finally thought about it and I looked it up. And so there was a damn pandemic back when I was 2 years old and I got sick. Could have died. I mean, I don't know about this shit. But I need to know usually after pandemics come bad shit now. So yeah, everybody buckle up and let's hold on for the ride. But this shit talking about, no. Mm-mm. I can't think of no goddamn friends I got. I got 4 brothers and 4 sisters. And I don't like all them motherfuckers, but we all love each other. But shit. All right, man, I'm back in the chat.
I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah.
All right, Juan. Yeah, man. So yeah. Triple OG, that ignited Triple OG, was it Spanish flu or something? Yeah. Was it Spanish flu? Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. Oh man.
Let my 10 to B12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
414, what's up? 414. Yeah, man. It's a beautiful day. What's up, Champside? Stormy B, man, you got in, huh? I'm glad you got in. Pretty Kel, man, you pretty opinionated. Why don't you call in? Or Beam-in. How about you Beam-in? Yeah, man. How about you Beam-in? Yeah, feel free to beam in. Yeah, I mean, feel free to beam in. Oh, 414 is Milwaukee? Oh, okay. That probably was 78. No, it wasn't, because it was. Oh, no, he's not. I don't know why he saved it on my phone, but he's not saved on a computer. Oh, I got it now. You know that, just so you guys know, if we got any content creators in here, I just figured it out. When you have the option on your phone to save to your smartphone or to save to your Google. You have the option to say, hey, this is Black Jesus. Black Moses. How you doing?
Hey, hold on.
I know that was you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
You far away from the phone. You on speakerphone.
I'm far away. Hold on. Is that better?
No, you got that. Man, you sound like you got a teapot in the background.
I sound like I have a teapot in the background. Hold on.
Oh, that's sure.
Is that better?
It's not better, but continue. We'll have to deal with it.
Okay. Okay, so what's up? What's your question?
No, I actually Patty asked the question. Patty Dean asked the question. She asked the question, can Floyd raise two daughters? Wait a minute. Does Floyd lack of respect of women, is that an advantage or a disadvantage as it relates to raising daughters?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because I know there are a lot of, I don't even want to say this, but I just want to be honest. I'm from New York. There's a lot of like really disrespectful men who love their daughters and who love their kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. There's pimps out there who treat their daughters like they're God.
Sure.
And they raise them how not to be like their hoes. So I mean, the common sense thing to say, or the politically correct thing to say would be like, no, but realistically, I know a lot of bottom of the barrel motherfuckers who are better fathers to their daughters than regular everyday guys. So I don't know. But no, you know what? I really wanted to bring out something that you guys were discussing on the call a few calls back. The guy said that Floyd's in trouble because everyone knows a man can't raise a woman. So, and you agreed, he agreed, and y'all was like really solid on that. Mm-hmm. So if that's something that's solid, that a man can't raise a woman, then isn't it fair to say a woman can't raise a man? And if that's what we say, a majority of the Black community, Black men especially, were raised by single mothers. So then is it fair to say it's a lot of bitches out here masquerading as men? Because how can you be a man if you never learned and was never taught from one? What are you? Is that fair?
No,
can we say that a woman is a woman? How? Where'd she learn? If all she had was men around her, if all you had was women around you, where did anything about being a man come from? And if being a man is hereditary, or it has to do with DNA, right? And it's in your blood, if your father left and or abused or whatever your mother, then isn't it fair to say that bitch assness is in your DNA and a part of your makeup? Or what?
Are you separating hereditary from DNA? Or
what are you saying?
Are you using hereditary and DNA? Let me get the true definition of hereditary so I can know.
Yeah, I'm saying if it's a part of your makeup, period. If people can say that, oh, being a man is a part of your makeup, it's just, what comes with being a man. If that's the case, and isn't it fair to say that if your father was a bitch, that makes you a bitch? Well, what are we talking about here? Isn't that a part of you? Isn't your father 50% of who you are? So is it laying dormant somewhere, or, I mean, what are we talking about? But no, that's something I definitely want to know, because if we can agree that a man cannot raise a woman, then we can damn sure, to be a woman, then we can damn sure agree that a woman can't raise a man. So if a woman can't raise a man, then what the fuck do you really call these men out here who were raised by women with no father? What do we call them? And their fathers was bitches. And that's your only example of a man is somebody who wasn't there for you, wasn't in your life, and abandoned your mother. Then what? Huh? And a lot of these dudes tend to call themselves things like alpha males. How? Where? What? Where are you? Who taught you how to be a man? Where did you get it from? You didn't get it from her. Or did you? Now, is it fair to say that a woman can teach? That's all I'm asking you. Can a woman teach a man how to be a man?
I think if this was a 100-meter race, I think 75 to 80% of the race. But I think there's a tone in a man's voice. There's a presence in a man that that can't be replicated. You know, there's a level of, I don't want to use the term fear. I'm gonna use the term respect. There's a level of respect that a man has for another man. You know what I mean? And especially when he created you, there's natural ordinance. You know what I mean? So I would.
You are dancing around it.
No, I'm not. No,
yes or no.
No. I said 80%. 80%.
You was really direct saying that a man can't teach a woman how to be a woman. So
80%.
Can a woman teach a man how to be a man? Yes,
I said 80%.
Or no?
I said 80%. 80%.
80% a woman can teach a man how to be a man?
Because there's like
Okay, so let me ask you a question. How does she know?
No, hear me out.
Wait. And there's a big difference between a human, right? A human, because you can teach a person how to be a decent human being.
Yeah.
But we're talking about being a man.
Oh, okay,
so
okay. No.
80% a woman can teach a man how to be a man?
No. Now I gotta digress because I was incorporating, I was intertwining like being a human being and being like a man characteristics, right?
Okay, yeah, no.
Okay,
not like being a basic or decent human being, being a man.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Man, it takes a man to hold up. Man, honestly, it takes a hell of a man to hold a man accountable, like for real. Like there has to be some masculine responsibility. No, it has to be. And I was raised by a single mother. Like it there's nothing like a man teaching a child. Nothing like it. You know what I mean? Because you got to take into account the man wants to dominate the female species. Like whether it be mental, whether it be sexual, or somewhere in between that spectrum. When a man looks at another man, he comes from a place of expectations. You know what I mean? Like he comes with prior knowledge that I'm expecting to have a man conversation. I'm expecting this man know how to. I believe I can walk up any man and talk about how to change a tire. You understand? As Fred proceeds to the minefield. That's funny. No, I'm not treading nothing. I'm just saying, no, I don't believe like inherently like a woman can teach a man how to be a man. Like because a woman can't punish me like another man can. You know what I mean? Whether your shit is bad. Put me on mute while I talk. Whether it's through like I can turn you down. Whether it's through like hood credibility, or whether it's through like physical confrontation, I think that it takes a man to do that to another man. Because I remember when I was a kid, my mom tried to whoop me when I was like 11 or 12, and I just grabbed the belt, and I'm like, it's over. Forget it. Like, there's nothing you can do to hurt me. Whether I was 12 or 13 or 11 or 12, it was somewhere in there, and I was like, you can do what you want. It ain't gonna impact me. You know, I remember that vividly. You know, I believe I was in middle school, and I don't know how old I was, but it genuinely takes a man like to understand the power of I'm glad we're having this conversation because I'm cathartically learning as I'm talking, like to know the strength of a man. You understand what I'm saying? Like to know his own strength, to know his place in a society. You know, I think a woman can explain to him like, hey, this is how you should be, this is what you should do, this is like, you have great character, they can teach you how to open up the door, but you know what I mean, it takes, if you're a single mother, it takes the barber, it takes the coach, it takes the male teacher, it takes the male courier, you know. So all those things play into that, you know what I mean. So but continue Pretty Kel.
That's just something I want to know. And as far as the noise in the background to that faggot ass nigga Stormy by Man, whoever got some shit to say, guess what? I have 2 PCs. One is wide open right now and being worked on as far as the hard drive, which you know nothing about when it comes to anything technical. So do me a favor, shut the fuck up. Moving on. Yeah, so like I said, that's major to me because I hear a lot of men like that kind of struck me when you guys said that. So since that's the case, do you believe that being a man is hereditary? Like it comes with you, like you get whatever, you know what I mean, traits that your father had, whether he passed away, whether he left, whatever, whoever he was as a man, you're naturally born with those traits or those traits are in you.
I don't know because I'm nothing like my father that I know of. I've never drank. I've never smoked. I haven't fought a woman since I was like in the 6th or 7th grade. I remember like fighting over a basketball or something. You know what I mean? Nothing like physical, but I've never put a hand on my woman. So I'm nothing like him. You know, I'm being honest, I've never seen my father with his shirt off. So we're talking about like physical DNA. I can't recall being around my father with his shirt off. I don't know what he looked like with his shirt off. I don't recall him being an athlete. I heard he was an athlete. I remember going to watch him play football, but I was so young, I don't remember the actual football game. So I would say no, because, you know, let's see. When I became 22, 23, I started traveling the world, right? And I would always add New York to my trips in the summertime. Always, right? Always. Whether I went to Asia, I would always come back and spend 3 or 4 days in New York, right? And my father and I never really connected. You know, we spent time, but there was a huge gap because I didn't see my father my whole entire high school life. And maybe like my 8th grade year was probably the last time I saw him. I can't recall, but I'm just guesstimating. And I don't ever recall a conversation where my dad was actually teaching me something. You know, he asked me to help around. He had a hardware store. He made great money because he worked at Harlem Hospital. And he was the city locksmith and then owned the only hardware store in Harlem. So I'm just guesstimating if he made $50,000 there and $50,000 there, he probably made $100,000, you know? And but I can't recall my father sitting me down, teaching me something. You understand what I'm saying? Like I have no memories of that, no recollection of that. I have no recollection of my father disciplining me. I don't really have those memories. I don't have those memories of, hey, son, let's go play basketball. Let's go play one-on-one. I don't have none of those memories. Let's play catch. Don't have none of those memories. None. Zero. Zilch. So I don't think I'm the right person to answer that question, Pretty Kel.
Okay, but I'm saying like a good thing to analyze is, I mean, you don't even have to get like so specific and so picky about it. But for example, if he was a big drinker, like a big alcoholic, or let's just say a big, whatever the case may be, that means he had an addictive personality. So, you know what I mean? If we kind of get a little bit more broad brushed, so then can you say that you have an addictive personality? It may not be with the same vices that he had, but
I would say, okay, like, from that standpoint, I would say yes, I do have an addictive personality.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, just to, if you ever sit down and just analyze the things about him and kind of like take it a step back and just get a little bit more broad brush to see if, you know what I mean? I'm really curious about that to see what could have potentially been hereditary as far as, you know what I mean, personality traits and habits and character traits and just things of that nature. Like what actually came from him, what actually came from your mother because of what was taught. You know what I'm saying? And then what actually came from your mother just because of, you know what I mean, that you feel was just picked up. But that's very interesting, especially for someone who wasn't in your life. So as you just said, anything you got from him would have to be hereditary. It couldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? So taught. So yeah, that's but yeah, no, that was a very interesting thing because when I heard yeah, you guys say that. I was like, whoa, like that just kind of threw me off because normally men speak to it that way, like they're really confident, like, no, a man can't teach a woman how to be a woman. But when you try to flip it, it's like, well, wait a minute, because men are sensitive because the majority of them were, you know what I mean? Raised by mothers, so single mothers. And then, yeah, I don't know, that just is what it is. But yeah, I appreciate you opening up and being honest about that. A lot of men can't, and you know, their feelings are definitely getting hurt in the chat. My opinion on it, I don't think a woman can teach a man how to be a man, but I damn sure think that a lot of your mothers had more man, and I don't mean like masculinity, I mean like strength, right? Had more man in her than your father. Because for her to be able to step up and take care of you and raise you to the point where you're a better man than him, that's deep. That's deep. So, yep, that's about it. And yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to say that.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All the time. Thanks, Pretty Cal. Yeah, so like you could always tell when a man was raised by a woman and his father was missing. Yeah, man, I had to learn. Like I had to learn this shit. You know what I mean? Like I had to learn, man. What you want, man? What do you want? What do you want? Oh, my bad. Fuck, I pushed the wrong button. I gotta wait. Wait, Reg. I gotta bring you in. Wait, dog.
Let my 10 to B12.
What you want? Oh, I forgot the MJD. My fuck. It's coming. It's coming, dog. It's coming. I got you. But before you kick it off, Reg, hold your thought. I just want the people to know, like, shit. That's why we here. Shit. Why would I sit here and lie to y'all and pretend like I'm motherfucking like this motherfucking like granite piece of stone? No, man. It was work. You know what I mean? Like, man, I left high school and I went to a small college, right? I went to a few colleges. I went to Cal Baptist, West LA, to Whittier College, and then I went to Harbor College for a semester. And then I went to Cal State LA for graduate school. But it took work. And you don't know and the funny thing is, I didn't know I was going through those stages. I was just living life. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know I was like evolving into a man. I didn't know I was taking characteristics from the mailman. I didn't know I was taking characteristics from the barber when I had hair. You know what I mean? I didn't know I was taking characteristics from my 7th grade school teacher. I didn't know I was taking characteristics from the parents of the children that I train. Like I'm just intaking information. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? So that's why. So I don't know. And I think the quickest way to relate to someone is to be vulnerable and honest. You know what I mean? I don't really mind lying. You know, I don't really mind not lying and just telling the truth and like let the cards fall where they may. So to answer your question, because I saw that shit come up while Pretty Kel and I was talking. What up, Reg?
Man, what's up, man? I enjoyed that conversation y'all was having.
Oh,
and even before the Floyd one, the point about a man raising a woman and a woman not being able to raise a boy, or both opposites not being able to raise the other.
Sure.
I think the most critical piece in the dynamic, or even the nucleus of raising a child, is the man, is the father. At the early stages is where the mother is the most critical for nurturing the baby. A lot of the periods of infection during the development stages, as well as the father. And what happens is the father has to be bonded with that child. Father has to be into this like instinctive protective mode when it comes into the family. It's one of the most natural, instinctive type things. It doesn't have to be taught. It doesn't have to be any of that. Now, father being there, father who loves his kid, because there are many fathers who are around who may have not wanted kids. They ignore their kids. They're just in the home. But I'm talking about the fathers who really care, really spend time. Usually you find some of these fathers who are the strict fathers because they care for their kids. They're in tune with their kids. They play with their kids. They're involved. Those are the type of critical males that have to be around for both the man and the woman, because a woman is going to seek what she wants in a man based on how she views her father. And sometimes it can be based on how she views the man if the father's not there, based on how she views man that her mother may bring around. Now that can be a real damaging situation, as it still relates to the Floyd daughters. Is even though the parents weren't together, what type of people were being brought around them? We already know Floyd wasn't bringing the most positive influence when it came to women. What was the mother bringing around as far as the influences in men? So those are the two crucial dynamics when it comes to these kids who sit out there crying out. And that's all it is. These kids are really crying out. Anytime you see any of the delinquent type behavior in kids, usually it's a kid crying out, and especially kids who come from a background where they're privileged. And this ain't even just with rich black kids. You see this in rich white kids who come from the most destructive type upbringings that you can think of. That's why a lot of those kids are on drugs. So this is not really just a black thing. This is about a household thing. And it's whether or not, even though Floyd says that he loves his kids, he does these things, but is the love true? Is the love authentic? Does he feel like raising a kid pulls him away from the things that he wants to do because he's missed out so much in his own childhood? And that can be another dynamic that he hasn't understood. And it's some people have to go to counseling for these things. Some people just figure it out and they understand it. He's been pulled away from a lot, and that could be what has given him so much opportunity in life based on what his father has given him at an early age, put him into this gym, and all this stuff is taken away a lot from him. We see the same cases when you look at a Michael Jackson, when the natural flow of how people should grow, like a kid and stuff. When you take them away from things, when they reach adulthood, some shit ain't there. There's many pieces missing. And that's the situation that went on with Floyd. And only his kids can tell him. You can buy a kid so many luxury car items, the best of designer apparel and shoes and all that stuff. But the thing missing is kids want to be held. They want to be told that they're loved. Not just saying I love you. People can feel it. People can feel what's real and what's fake. And you get so many parents who act as if they love their kids, or their kids are just a responsibility they have to take. It's their responsibility to take care of these kids, the food and clothing. But is the love really there? The kids feeling it within their heart, and a lot of times these kids may not be getting that, and that's where you're seeing this. But in the appreciation of family or the dynamic of family for a woman, that father has to be there. We see the experiment. Matter of fact, us as black and Latinos or whatever, we're the experiments of what goes wrong when a father ain't in the house. And that's what our environment show us. There's been a lack of fatherhood around here, where you get boys who don't know how to act. They walk around with feminine energy, but masculine strength. And they get out here reacting on emotions, fucking shit up. And that's where that imbalance is there. And it's very key that a father's there. And even if the parents ain't there, parents have to learn how to co-parent. Too many people break shit off and make these kids suffer because they ain't screwing each other. F all that. Like, this is my mindset. When I had kids, because I was always on a pussy chase. I'm gonna just speak bold and vulgar because it's a dope conversation. My kids ain't here. When I had kids, the focus was me not always trying to fuck their mom, or when she didn't want to give it up. My focus is my kids, and that's who comes first before anything, even in the relationship. And that's why my bond with my kids is so strong. When I had these babies, and because of the background that I come from, I told people about my background. My parents is my adopted parents, but I know who my mom, my real mom is, and my dad. But my thing is, when I had not to go down the path of my biological family, it was just a natural thing that I love these kids. And also, when I was with their mom, I wanted kids by this woman. I love these kids to death. So when I had them, and this is why I have issues with, like, I can't do routine things when it comes to things. My kids like 6 going on 7. They want me sleeping with them. When I had my kids, I refused to put them in bassinets or put them away from. My kids slept with me till they was like 2 or something. And matter of fact, I still don't think I put them out the room. This is my love, the instinctive love I have for my kids. Even to this day, at 6, I wake up I can be in a deep sleep. I'm going to pop up to go check on my kids, make sure they're breathing or whatever. I always pop in there to go check on them. But this is the love, and this is what fathers have to feel when it comes to these kids. And my daughter is like, she looks up to me, so I got to watch how I move when I'm in front of her. Watch how I speak when I'm in front of her. Watch how I treat her mom when when I'm in front of her, even though I cuss at their mom and stuff, but they know where it's coming from. And I have to yell at my kids because I'm going to be real with them. It ain't going to be none of this soft talking BS that people try to get people to assimilate into, where they lose control of their damn kids. I'm a lover with my kids. I can be a friend to my kids, and I'm going to be a punisher with my kids because I'm the one to guide them through life. Not no system, not what people tell you, not none of that shit. It's my duty to do that and to raise them right. But Floyd has missed out. Now, is it too late? It's never too late because this kids whose parents have been out their lives all throughout their childhood, coming into adulthood. But sometimes people want to find out a little bit about who they are, and they open those relationships to parents who may have been absent. Maybe you get to figure out some things by talking to these kids. I'm gonna get off Blue Blood. I'm gonna get off, but talking to these kids is that at any point a relationship can be open, and Floyd is at the critical stage with these kids acting out violently because there's something missing, and it's missing from where love should come from first, and that's from a parent. But that's all I got, Floyd. I'm gonna open it up.
I appreciate you calling in. Thanks, dog.
Yes, indeed.
All the time. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Hey, Blue Blood, before you call in, Corey Lee called in. Go ahead, Corey Lee. I've been pushing him for a minute. Go ahead, Corey Lee. Go ahead and call in. Oh, I'll just call you back. I'll just call you back. Reese Joe. This conversation gonna be a 4-hour. This gonna be a 4-hour live, man. Shit. What's up, Corey Lee? What you got?
Hey. What's going on?
Now, you live, man. What's up?
Man, what's going on, Fred, man? Shout out to Fred's Barbershop Conversations, man. My brother from another, man. The topic is Floyd's daughter and stuff like that? Or
yeah. No, I mean, we done took it. Man, we done made it personal. So, I mean, we actually talking about our experiences with our parents, and you know what I mean? So,
okay.
You know
well,
what I mean?
Tell
So,
y'all straight up.
Yeah, go ahead. You got so much background, though. You got so much background.
Hold on, let me mute this.
Yeah.
Let me mute this.
And take me off speaker.
All right. You ain't on speaker. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But look, y'all talking about your own experiences, man. Listen, man, I'm gonna keep it always funky with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know which way they was going because I just joined the show like a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Corey Lee. You know, I came from a mixed household, but I feel like I'm gonna be real. Like, I feel like my wife's side was harder. It's just different, man. You know, my wife's side, they're Irish and they're old school Irish though, from Boston. So my grandma didn't give a fuck, straight up. You know what I mean? I mean, my grandma beat the shit out of me when I was 10 years old. The cops got called. That shit backfired on them. My grandma was ready to get arrested because she beat the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh no, everything all right though. You know what I'm saying? At 10 years old, not knowing, that severe ass whooping would be that bad. But I was on some runaway type shit because the shit, her and my mom ganged up on me and shit like that. So, fast forward, you know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit, It just I can just go for hours and shit about this shit, but it's just like, my mom was so strict on me that, me and a couple of the boys got in, trouble and shit when we were 12 years old. Everybody else pled not guilty. My mom wanted to teach me a lesson. She pled guilty for me at 12 years old and didn't go to the prevention class. And the cops knocked on my door and I got locked up in front of my grandma. That fucked her head up because my mom didn't wake up in time. We didn't wake up in time. You know what I'm saying? But I was, a kid. But she had, custody and shit over me. But that goes to show you that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say you are who your parents are, but you know, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. And I'm gonna just keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, I have a daughter in my life right now, and I'm, you know, me and the mom ain't getting along, you know, but so well, you know, but I'm still in my daughter's life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still making sure, you know, I go to all the appointments, I go to everything, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of you guys don't know that about me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm opening up to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Which I always do on barbershop conversations. You know what it is. But I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real with you, man. You know, Courtney ain't had no easy childhood. And for the record, my grandma just died in February. So, but I loved her. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I wouldn't change my life for anything. You know, I was grown. You know, I put a smile on my face, and everybody like Corey's the happiest, positive person that I've ever met. Sometimes they do fight, but they don't know the back history. You know, sometimes people smile over pain, and that's a real talk. You know what I'm saying? And how do you know that Floyd Mayweather's daughter, you know, Yaya or whatever her name is, you know, didn't get the attention when she was a child, you know, that she was yearning for, because Floyd Mayweather was in the, you know, was in, you know, the spotlight so much that, you know, I'm not gonna say he neglected her, but maybe you know, she didn't, you know, get, you know, 100% of her dad's, you know what I'm saying, like, you need to do this, you need to do this like this. But I'm not trying to judge him as a parent, because I know he bought them everything, but sometimes, you know, like my dad just got out to say it, you know what I'm saying? My dad ain't gonna sit here and tell me he loves me, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna sit here and tell me that, you know what I'm saying, all of this stuff. Yeah, he can buy me a materialistic shit. Yeah, but that only goes but so far. Just like Floyd Mayweather kid. That materialistic shit only goes but so far, y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all, man, if y'all listening out there. That materialistic shit only goes but so far, man. You cannot buy a fucking kid, you know what I'm saying, love. Period. And I'm ending my fucking call on that, dog. Much love to you, Barbershop Conversation. You already know what it is, dog.
All right. Everybody go subscribe. It's still ice season. It's still ice season over there, man. Go ahead, boo-boo. It's gonna be a long ass stream, so I had to flip it. I had to flip it. You know what I mean? I had to flip the pillow. Oh man. Yeah, you know, he was talking. It's not how much you buy them, it's like it's what you give them. Like, it's what you instill in them, you know. And yeah, man, I hope
So, all you scared to death Negroes.
What's poppin', Blue?
What's shaking with you, King?
All right, I'm good, man.
What's goody with you?
I'm good.
Yo, man, I want to first of all, I want to apologize for this. I keep meaning to call you back, King.
Man, I've been calling you all week, but I mean, shit going.
Yeah,
now.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I had like $250,000 that some dude wanted to invest in you.
Oh man, come on, man.
I ain't dead. Go ahead.
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But I want to touch on this, man.
Yeah,
you know my situation, my life. You know, I got 4 daughters, and I got 5 sons. You know, and I think that one thing I learned is that you could always tell when a man was raised by a woman, and people say it's because we have, you know, emotional. No, yes, it's an emotion, but the ultimate thing is pride. A man can teach another man how to control and manipulate your pride. If you can't control your pride will put you in jail for the rest of your life. Pride will kill you, man. Pride is everything. You understand? Another man can help you check your pride. You understand? And the best man to help you check your pride and check your pride at the door is your father. You understand what I'm saying? Your father could check your pride, man. When you go outside, man, and somebody say something to you, you know what I'm saying? You have to know how to be able to respond to that, right? And your mother can't teach you that emotion, right? Because she don't deal with the same level of pride that a man deals with. You understand?
So she teaches you emotion. She teaches you comfort. When you know somebody smack you in the street, you go home to your mother. Your mother's going to tell you, "Oh, baby, let me get the alcohol. Let me fix that." Your father's going to say, "Get your ass back out there and go handle that." Right? Or your father going to tell you, "Listen, go out there, and don't worry about it." You know what I'm saying? He's going to teach you how to deal with it. You understand? If you're a real man, right? Now, you have some women, you have some mothers that will tell you, you know what I'm saying, "Hey, don't come back in this house, until you go back and handle that." But what happens is, as a man, and this is no disrespect to the women, but as a man, when you grow, you start to look at your mother and you say, "You really ain't that tough."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do what I could do when I go out. You start to see the mask that she's wearing. You are the nurturer, right? You are the nurturer. I need you to play your part. But when your father's not there, your mother's trying to play two different parts. She's playing two different roles. So what happens is your mother gives the father the clay. So the two important things is what's really going on is your mother delivers you the clay. Now it's up to
That's deep. Yeah, I'm with it.
Right?
I'm with it. These
Yeah.
analogies are great.
Right. And then your father, he molds the clay. You understand what I'm saying? That be a man or woman, right? See, your father has to teach your daughter how to he should be your daughter's first love, right? And he needs to be there to control and show the father how to control his pride when he steps outside, right? When it takes a hit, what do you have to do when it takes a hit, right? See, my daughters, I got 4 daughters. They range from age 22, 21, 17, and 4, going on 5. Should be 5 next weekend, right? And none of them yearn for nobody else's love outside of my household. Now, what they do when they step outside there, because they're their own individual people as women, right? They know that I'm gonna protect them with my life. But when we step in this house, they know they ain't never have. I don't care if they have boyfriends. I don't care if they have friends. I don't care what they have. They ain't never went to Valentine's Day without getting chocolate covered strawberries. They ain't never go Valentine's Day without getting cards. They look for it. If Valentine's Day morning comes and I'm at work and I'm not available, I'm not around, they are looking for it. They expect it, right? Before they go to their boyfriend's house, my daughter here, and this is a true story. My daughter, 21 years old, she was going to her boyfriend's house. She live in Brooklyn. Before she left my house, she told my wife, "Hey, where's my card? Where's my candy? Where's my roses?" Right? She know I'm going to give it to her first. So anything else a man does is just extra at that point in time, right? But he going to have to show and prove to her. She know what it is to feel love from a man, right? And my wife, right? I don't back down from her, but I know when my kids are around, I can say to myself at times, I say, "Okay, you know what? You right." Right? When they're around. Now, if it's just me and her, I'll go back and forth with her all day. But it gets to a point when it's the kids is here, I can say to her in front of them, "You're right." And when it comes to my daughters, listen, let me tell you something, man. My wife, I kiss my wife in front of them. I kiss her neck. I kiss her toes. I rub her toes. It's not a part of her body they don't see me explore. Obviously, certain things that I keep behind closed doors. But, they see. So it's to the point where when I go in my room with my wife, if I pick up her leg to kiss her feet, my daughter, my 5-year-old daughter, my 17-year-old, they put their feet in the air. They expect me to do it too, right? So they expect to be pampered. They expect my love, from a man's point of view. But then they know I don't care if my daughters came here and they told me, "Listen, Dad, we went to Dunkin' Donuts." They went to Dunkin' Donuts around the corner, and the dude told us, we told him that the donuts was hard. He told us he'd give us our money. He threw the money back on the counter, and he told us, "Here go your money back, and I'll give you the extra donut." So he gave them extra donuts, but he threw their money back on the counter. So I said, "Let's go back." I took them back with me, right? I said, "Listen, my man, my daughters came in here. You know who they are?" Yeah, I know who they are. Listen, I gave them free donuts. I threw the donuts at them. They don't need a motherfucking thing free from you. But don't you ever disrespect them a day in your life. "No, I didn't disrespect. I gave them free donuts." "No, yeah, you did. You threw their money on the table. Did they throw it at you when they gave it to them?" "No, you handed it back to them." So I gave them the money. I said, "Now you hand it back to them. You put it in their hand the way they put it in your hand." And that's what he did. I said, "Because I'll slap your ass. Man, I'll be back there making this going to get ugly." No, it ain't that serious. No, it is that serious. because it's the perception. You ain't gonna disrespect it. I don't care if it's the slightest thing to the biggest thing. They're gonna know that I'm protecting them with their life. And so that's why I make sure I do it. And when it comes to my sons, I do the same thing. But I tell my sons, don't ever get in a situation that you can't give back. Don't ever put your situation. Guess when you go to jail, your mother can see. Here's the difference: your wife, your mother, they're always going to be the nurturer. We have roles to play, right? I could tell my son, listen, man, you fucked up, right? You did this, you did that, right? My son, he down in Central Florida playing football. He was down there. Now he back up here. You know why? Because his ass got caught smoking weed one too many times, and I've been telling him, don't do it, don't do it. So now he back here. Hey man, listen now. My wife is gonna be, oh, you shouldn't have did that. No, I'm gonna tell you, you fucked up, and then I'm gonna kiss you on your forehead. But you got to deal with that. For every action is a reaction. But we all have roles to play, right? And the fact of the matter is, with Floyd Mayweather in his situation, he went out to make the donut. Hurt people hurt people. Floyd Mayweather is a hurt person hurting the people around him. He's hurting his daughters because he don't know no other better, because he's hurt by his mother and his father. So hurt people hurt people. That's what happens, right? So Floyd Mayweather is hurting his family, his daughters. He's trying to buy their love. No, money don't buy their love. He buys them everything. That don't buy them. That don't buy their love, right? And then on top of it, he's a womanizer. Why is he a womanizer? I'm gonna tell you why he's a womanizer. Because he lacked the love from his mother, right? So he's seeking. One woman ain't enough, because he needs to take bits and pieces from all different types of women to put together one woman that equals the ultimate woman, and that ultimate woman is his mother. But all these women can't equal his mother. No matter how many pieces of this puzzle he tried to put together, they can't equal his mother. So he's trying to take bits and pieces from this woman, that woman, this woman, and that woman, put them together and create, trying to form Voltron and have his mother standing there. His chef is a woman, right? All these women, so he getting the cooking from a woman.
His barber is a woman.
So his barber's a woman, right? So he's trying to get all this love from a woman. But at the same time, he's trying to get his masculinity and his pride from fighting people in the ring. So he's trying to get the love from his father by beating people up in the ring. And at the same time, when he steps out the ring, he's trying to form Voltron with all these women to equal and create his mother. So he's trying to create his parents on his own journey, and he ain't even paying attention to the journey that's going on underneath him, which is his kids' mother, and his daughters. So underneath him, what happened is he's trying to buy their love, right? And so that ain't enough. Giving them a Bentley while they're young, thinking that they're going to school, and when they go to school, everybody loves them, and oh, look what you got. You could go to school. You got this jewelry. You got that jewelry. No, that's not enough. So now they're lashing out. Look at that girl in that picture, man. With this dude, young boy sitting there. Oh, your father's a bitch, and this, and this, and all this, and she's sitting there. She looks sad. She looked lost, sitting there. She's like a lost puppy sitting there. And this nigga didn't come to her rescue. That's the moment he was supposed to come to her rescue. At that point in time, he's supposed to come to her rescue and save her. He didn't do it.
That was the climax of the movie.
Yeah, that was his opportunity, and he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. He should have made her choose right then and there. He would have banged on the door. Listen, let her know I'm here for you. The nigga didn't show up. He didn't show up. He dropped the ball, man. He dropped the fucking ball. And now forever, she's going to make him pay for that. She's going to make him pay for that forever, because he dropped the fucking ball. Because he's so lost in his own world, in his own journey, trying to create his own love instead of identifying. See, my father did a complete of 15 years in my life. 15 years he went to jail. And I had to take care of my mom. Today's time, my mother will tell you, I made sure my mother ate before she went to work. She worked 2 jobs. She worked at the Empire State Building, and she worked at the post office. She worked at the post office overnight, and she worked at the Empire State Building during the daytime. But guess what? My brothers, I got 2 brothers, and I got 5 sisters. Right now, when I got sick, all of them call every single day telling me I'm their hero and nothing can happen to me. Why? Because I played the role of my father. But the ultimate role I played was never letting them know that he didn't love them. I always respected him as if he was there every single day because I knew the importance of his presence to them. I can control what I do. I can't control their outcome. So I always let them know, my father, my sisters, and my brothers, the importance of him. He just made a mistake. And everybody make a mistake. So I always show him the ultimate respect. Because no matter how I felt inside, because I knew that they, underneath my sisters and brothers, was always going to yearn for that. So guess what? My mother ain't never, she went to sleep. I made sure my sisters and brothers, I dropped out of school. I was hustling. I was robbing people. I was doing whatever I had to do. My sisters and brothers ate bread. They'll tell you right now. They ate cheese, American cheese with ketchup on bread. And I tell them that was pizza. It was a special version of pizza. That's what I told my brothers and sisters. Hey, this is the pizza, because my mother was struggling. But guess what? Every day I talked to my father, right? He would lose it some days. I would never lose it on him. I would never go back and forth with him. And to today's time, even when he came out, he did a 10-year stretch at one time. He came out, and I had to sit down and tell him, hey, dude, you was missing in your life. All of them ain't me. How I respond to you, now they grown, bro. They grown. So you got to understand your approach. And he had 5% on top of it. So now when he come out, he addresses it different. But I understand. See, my situation, my mother always chose to stick with a situation that was bad because she was in a hurtful situation. Because my grandfather left her when she was 12. Motherfucker left and never looked back. And he walked with Al Sharpton. He worked with all these people in the city, Million Man March, all that. Right? But he hurt my mother. So my mother, in return, always stayed with my father, who was hurt. And my father was hurt because my grandfather, his father, was murdered by the police when he was young. So hurt people hurt people. I chose in my situation to try my best to alter my situation. So therefore, my daughters and my sons, they know. I'm always going to be, no matter how hard it is, I tell them all the time the truth. I tell them the truth. Regardless, I tell my wife. My wife be like, hey, why you telling them that? Listen, my kids know everything. They know I went to jail. They know I sold crack. They know I did every goddamn thing. Because they could never go, nobody in the street could ever come back and tell them and alter their reality of who I am to them. Nobody could come and tell them something that they don't know about me in these streets. So they know what I tell them is always the truth. Always the truth. And that's where Floyd Mayweather came up short. Because he's a hurt person hurting people, and he's hurting the kids that he loves. That's ultimately what takes place. It's the bottom line is this: a woman can't raise a man to be a man, and a woman can't teach a woman how to accept love from another man because she's in a hurtful situation, because the person that she just had the kid with is absent, obviously, because that's their father. So the father plays a real critical role in this situation that gets overlooked when you remove from the household, when you remove yourself from the household. It sounds good. See, what happens is a woman. What happens is a woman is the nurturer. So she's 9 times out of 10 she's gonna be stuck with him. She's stuck with the kids. It seems easy that we walk away, but we destroying life moving forward when we walk away. So I just wanted to say that, King. I appreciate you, King. All right, you already know what it is.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Love you, King.
Love you too.
Peace.
Man. All right. Let me get Real Rap in here. You up, Real Rap? Oh, let me get you.
Let my tent to be 12. Double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's.
What's
good with it? What's good? Hey, good call, Fred. I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. I was listening to Reggie. I was listening to Blue Blood. I'm gonna come with like a different angle, man. And since we doing kind of like personalized, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, trying to get my light off my shoulder. Since we kind of do it personalized or whatever, I'm gonna just kind of go with a different angle. Like for me, I grew up coming from a family with truck drivers, right? Like my dad was one. My dad's been going on like 25, 26 years, and my grandpa was one like 30 years. So it was a little different dynamic. Like when my grandpa drove, like my grandpa was like a local driver, so he had like a dedicated route going to Houston every night, and he'd be back first thing in the morning. Versus my pops was like an over the road driver, and going through it, like, you know, parents who are truck drivers or parents who work out of state, you know, when they come back, there's only X amount of time that they can do with their kids. So that's when you have what some people call like the or on the other end, you know, if you're going through like a custody battle, right? That's when enters the dynamic of the weekend parent. So with the weekend parent, you know, they try to wrap up the whole experience of their parenthood in X amount of time, you know, like for me, like when my dad went through his custody battle, I'm gonna get back to his career, but I'll touch on his custody battle. He'd get me from like Friday afternoon to Sunday night, you know, so he's trying to wrap up, you know what I'm saying, what other kids are getting. He's trying to wrap up his in basically a day and a half, and I'm only seeing him like 3.5 to 4 days a month, you know what I'm saying, until I finally got to go live with him. So he had to try to pack in as much as he could, and it ended up turning into, well, I'm gonna take him to Astroworld at the time. I'm gonna take him to Houston, go to Astroworld, take him to Disney World. You know, I'm gonna try to make his experience with me the best as possible, and it kind of turns into, you know, a monetary situation. And as a kid, knowing that, I know, all right, when I'm with my mom, I can get some shit, but when I'm with my dad, I get everything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know as you get older, I know he's trying to pack, you know, a whole bunch of shit into a small amount of time. So with that dynamic, like, what do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you tell those parents? You know, or how do you come at those parents with that experience? I saw Pretty Kelly had asked that question, or paraphrasing kind of similar. And to answer her question, man, you can't base the views and opinions of how, you know, you raise your kid, you know, from the eyes of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You have to do at the end of the day what's best for you, because even though there's a blueprint to an extent, if you look at, you know, history or whatever of or, you know, past experiences of other people's parenting, every child is different. You know what I'm saying? And I believe every experience is gonna have, you know, it's gonna have its own individual custom dynamic. So look, back to kind of my pop's experience. So after 9 years, he dealt with a custody battle for like 9 years. And when I was 12, I was able to go back and finally live with him. Now I'm fucked up now because I got a certain perspective of my pops. Like, I'm always getting told yes. So to an extent, I was what's the word, Fred? I was it's not spoiled, entitled. I was entitled because I was used to getting a certain energy and vibe from my pops. And when he tried to lay the smack down on me, I didn't want to accept it because I wasn't used to getting that from a young age. So that's what I say, man. Like, when you have a weekend parent dynamic, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some of the dynamics that you have to deal with of, you know, all right, I was like, some people call it, you know, like the Disneyland dad. I went, you know, going from the Disneyland dad to, you know, strict disciplinarian. Some children push back. And that's why I say, man, in this situation with Floyd, you know, with him, and it's not to excuse it, man. I'm just giving a different perspective. But when I look at Floyd, salute to what Blue Blood said. I think Reggie said it too, man. Yeah, like, you know, just throwing gifts and throwing presents, that's not gonna fill a void. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, it'll give those children, like I said, a perspective of, well, you know, I know with my dad, I'll be able to get whatever I want, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, he's not here enough to be able to, you know what I'm saying, put that time in and, you know, build, like, really, really solidify that bond. And I wanted to touch on one thing that Blue said, man, with like the mom dynamic, right? I said the other night, no, like, in no other culture that I've seen where a woman can bring a family together. You know what I'm saying? That's their gift. Like, women can bring, there's no other creature that could bring a family together. You know what I'm saying? And like, you have examples of movies like Soul Food, you know what I'm saying, where the whole family will come together from different sides of the family, you know, for not for the sake, but because of the spirit of what Big Mama wants. You know what I'm saying? Big Mama wants us to, you know what I'm saying, be together and shit, and build and be there for one another, man. So like I said, the woman is essential. Now the man, I'm speaking from a son's perspective. I don't have kids, so I can only speak from a son's perspective. But I know as a kid, man, I always wanted that male energy. I love my mom. I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. But it was never enough because I needed that male energy, man. Because it's like little boys know, man. Like you gotta have, either a male role model influence, whether it be from an outside stimuli or an older brother or older, cousin, uncle, whatever. I crave for that, man. You know what I'm saying? I crave for it. And the thing with everybody, look, y'all guys gotta understand, man. I'm gonna give my example again. My dad he's a watch as I do, you know what I'm saying, type of cat. He's not a vocal, sit down and talk to you. Like I was like 18 and my dad was finally trying to talk about sex. I'm like, my nigga, it's too late for that, my nigga. Like I gotta go figure it out now. You know what I'm saying? And that's the dynamic that I had. A lot of shit. I had a dad my whole life and I had to figure a lot of shit out because my dad was more of a do as I, watch me, you know what I'm saying, and then do. And I learned different. I'm a visual / I gotta do this shit, you know what I'm saying? Learn it. And then I like audio. So y'all have to understand, man, like everybody has a different leadership style, man. Everybody has different tactics on how to present information. So we don't know, from household to household how children are being raised, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's through the, do as I say, not as I do dynamic, or, watch me and I give you the example, or like how Blue said, Blue said he sits his children down, you know what I'm saying, and he explains to them everything. I wish I had that type of parenting. And whenever I do have my son or daughter, that's the type of parent I'm gonna be, because I feel like in life you have to prepare your children for the wolves. You know what I'm saying? You got to prepare them for the worst aspects of life, because it's not all fucking peaches and cream out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of traps. It's a lot of obstacles. And, even though, like I said, I had a pops, man, like I was upset with him for years, man, because I felt like he let me experience a lot of shit on my own without being able to like audibly tell me what the fuck was going on out there. Now, this is where I changed my perspective as I became a man. When I got my CDL after I got out the military, I was like, damn, I get it now. Like with the job, if you don't know, most truck drivers stay out like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, at the very least. And my dad was grinding. My dad was like 6 weeks at a time. I went 6 months one time, like when I was younger, when I was seeing my pops. But I didn't understand. He had $7,500 a month that he had to come up with every month, you know what I'm saying? And he never, see, my pops is the cat that you'll never see him sweat, you know what I'm saying? Never. Like he's gonna grind, he's gonna do whatever he's gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And he's gonna get it done. And you'll never know whether he's up or down in life, you know what I'm saying? Based off how he dressed, you think my dad was a bum, but he's sitting on 300,000, you know what I'm saying? But on some other shit, like with the thing, bro, like when I got older and I realized, man, like, bro, he wanted to come home. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes my dad would pass through the house and couldn't even stop. And look, let me be honest. Let me bring my mom to the dynamic. My mom was a spiteful woman. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I know we love to, like, the father gets the blame because the father is the head. You know what I'm saying? But my mom was a spiteful woman, man. Like if my dad wasn't there like 5 o'clock on the dot, I'd have to wait a whole nother month, the next month, to be able to see my pops. And it's like, like whatever issues that they had in their relationship, a lot of times, not all the time, actually, the child suffers, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like, I hear my mom say a little slick shit about my dad, or I hear my dad frustrated. I can't believe this, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, like, got me doing all this extra shit, to the point where my dad's best friend, man, rest in peace, had offered to put a brick of cocaine in my mom's trunk, man, to be able to, like, get me to go live with my pops at an earlier age. And my pops is the type of man, he's an honorable cat. And he was like, nah, bro, like, I'm gonna do this shit the right way, man. I'm gonna get the custody of my son in the right way. So that's what y'all gotta, I mean, I'm not gonna talk down to parents, man, because I'm not one, but I'm just trying to bring a different perspective. But that's what I try to, urge people to understand, man. It's not a one-way thing, man. There's not a just black and white, up and down, way to raise a kid. And the last thing I wanted to bring up, I'm a world traveler, like a lot of you, man. I've been all around the world, man. And when I talk to men outside of the American society, like if you go to Dubai, if you go to different countries in the Middle East, you go to Africa, you go to different places like that, you go down to the Caribbean, bro, we're the only ones. And look, to each his own, man. I'm gonna preface my statement. If you're the type of man that is only good with one woman, you know what I'm saying, then salute to you. If you're the type of man in order that can have multiple women in order, then salute to you, because that's what the people of color around the world do. Bro, I saw a clip when I was in the military. I saw it, and then I saw a clip after. There was a reporter asking a village leader. He asked him how many kids he had. The dude had like in the 70s, close to 100 kids. He was like, well, goddamn, like how many, like with one? He was like, hell nah, not with one wife. He said, I have 25 wives. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, with that being said, that's the culture that they have. Like, they have a culture of, they have multiple women in the house to raise multiple kids. And instead of putting the stress all on one woman, you know what I'm saying, that's what they do. Everybody shares the workload. You guys ever heard of it takes a village to raise a child? Where do you think that shit comes from? You know what I'm saying? Your ancestors used to do that shit. Until this European, Roman / American, society was established, that's how everything was. It wasn't this monotheism shit, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. I think that's it. Like it was a lot of polygamy going on. And like I said, I don't promote it if you can't handle it, because a lot of dudes want a dirty Mac. Like, you want to have multiple chicks, but they don't even know about each other. You know what I'm saying? So you're not even really doing it right if that's the situation. But back to the point, when the reporter asked, the village leader asked him, he was like, how many wives do you have? He was like, one. And he lost his shit. He died laughing. He was like, damn, that's all you can handle. And he was like, damn, like, is American women that tough? And dude was like, you get laughed at in my country. Like, you wouldn't have any ownership. You wouldn't have no land rights. People would take you as a joke. People would look at your leadership style as being weak because you only have one wife. You know what I'm saying? So this is a perspective, man. I always tell people, bro, everything is about the perspective. I'm out, bro. I know I'm being long, but bro, I'm trying to hit.
I'm reading the comments. The nigga said, without child support, he would be doing life with no possibility of parole.
Hey, bro, look, the child support system.
I am the village. I'm laughing at the cot.
I got you. Nah, and look, that's the other point that I wanted to touch on. Thank you for telling me that, Fred, because I'm not reading the chat. And look, I know Blood said that, like the thing about women, and I know he caveated his statement, but look, bro, you got some fucking rocks out here, bro. Like, I'm jealous because I didn't have a strong mom. And I can honestly say that. My mom was a weak person, man. My mom was influenced by dick, bro. I'm going to just say it, man. That's the God honest truth. Like, my mom was influenced by dick. Like, see, she was a sheltered woman. I'm going to get back to it, to Reese's point. She was a sheltered woman, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't get to go out and do the things that her friends were doing. So by the time she was in her late 20s, she looked at it like she went from my grandfather's house being trapped to my dad had the same dynamic, being trapped. And she lied on my dad to be able to get out the marriage, saying that he beat her. You know what I'm saying? And that's how she was able to not be shamed and leaving the marriage, because everybody was like, not Rob, you gonna leave Rob? And that's what she had to use. She had to use a false narrative to be able to get out. And the thing is, you have that type of woman, man, and you know what I'm saying? And then you have women that are fucking rocks, you know what I'm saying? Straight up and down, you know what I'm saying? Or if not stronger than men, just as strong, bro. And, they have to be fucking harder on their sons, whether, they're putting up a front or not. Their sons have to be able to see that strength, because depending on what area you live in, if you live in the Chicago area, if you live in the Detroit area, Baltimore, New York, you know what I'm saying? You got some rough areas out there, man. Parts of Miami and shit, got some rough areas. So if that's the type of mom out there, and she understands that, because not all women are on a low level. You got a lot of women that think highly, man. And, you know what I'm saying, are three-dimensional thinkers, bro. And they can see the bullshit, bro. And see, nobody's gonna tell you about a woman like a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I got cousins and shit, or I got female people in my family. They'll be like, leave that bitch alone, man. Like that bitch ain't shit. Leave that bitch alone. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, they'll be like, hey, she's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so bro, like I said, bro, there's a dynamic and there's perspective of everything, man. And for me, how I feel about it, you know, like I said, I'm jealous of cats that had strong moms, man, because like I said, bro, having that strong mom, like, look, I know one thing, I'll put it like this. Dudes that I grew up in my neighborhood with that only had moms, they were hustlers. You know what I'm saying? All my dudes that only had moms, that had strong moms, they end up being hustlers because there was a deficiency there. You know, not necessarily from the mom, but there was it may have been a deficiency in the house. Like the mom may have not been able to make everything shake all at one time. You know what I'm saying? Or she might have had to, you know, do things in order to be able to pay the bills. Well, when you're a son in that dynamic, you're gonna see that, and you're gonna be like, God damn, I gotta help my mom by all means. So that's when you have the Nipseys of the world, you know what I'm saying, go out there and start hustling from a young age, you know what I'm saying? Figuring out different ways to bring money into the household to be able to ease that stress to his mom. So that's why I say, bro, look, I'm gonna wrap it up. Salute to Barbershop Conversations, man. Thank you, Fred, for being able to open up dynamics and conversations like this and to have everybody drop their perspective. You know, to Pretty Kelly, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm still a little rough, but you know what I'm saying, we're gonna build offline, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna build because for real, you know what I'm saying? She like a nigga teeth and shit. Hey, nigga, look, my pops bought this teeth. You know, my pops bought these teeth. You know what I'm saying? You know, salute to my pops. You know what I'm saying? My pops did it for me.
Speaking of that, someone asked you a great question. Reese asked you a question.
Go ahead.
Did she tell you that, or did Pops tell you that story?
About what?
Clarity.
Oh, I got it from both sides. Okay, I got it from both sides. All right. So look, this is what I do. I look at if somebody tells me a story, then I look at track history, right? My dad has never had a track history because he's been remarried for like almost 20 years. He's never had a track history of putting his hands on his second wife. And I got both sides from both parents. I'm gonna tell you the story. My dad said I was 4 years old. I had broke something in the house, and what he used to do is he'd lay on his couch, and I'd walk by him, and he'd hit me with the belt. So he was saying that my mom was either on the couch and I was passing by, and when he went to pop the belt, he popped it and it slipped. And my mom's a very, very, very fair woman, man. She's Creole, so she's like light skin, man. And he said it popped, and he ended up catching her on the leg. Now I got a story from my mom saying that my dad put hands around her neck, and you know what I'm saying, like forced her to have sex type shit. Like that's not my dad's character, you know what I'm saying? And my mom, she's like, you have to watch my mom, man, because she's like, by any means, look, in order to be able to understand my mom, like, let me tell you what happened in the custody battle. My mom got caught stealing. She had a second job. She's a manager for AT&T. She works at the call center. She's been there for like almost 20 something years, and she's one of the higher up managers or whatever. Well, she was hustling, so she started working at like Adrian's. That's like a local grocery store. I don't know if she was doing their books because she does taxes and shit. Well, she was stealing some type of way, and she got caught. So it was in the newspaper clippings, and my dad saved the newspaper clippings for when they went to one of the meetings with the judge. And my dad's lawyer, when he got it, was like, we got her. So when the judge asked my mom, she stood up, she asked my mom, can you explain, you know, why you was stealing? And they said my mom pleaded the fifth. She didn't want to answer the question. So when before the judge banged the gavel, like my dad stood up and said this. He said, look, judge, I have another man's daughter in my house. I have a stepdaughter, and I took him off child support. You know what I'm saying? I don't want his money in my house because I'm a man. At the end of the day, I could take care of my own. Because my mom made a comment saying, because like she knew she was about to lose, so she was urging the judge to, look, you can have him. I know he's been wanting his son for 9 years. just don't put me on child support. And that's why my dad said that. And the judge stood up. She pointed at my dad. She was like, that's a man right there. Because my dad said, I don't want her money. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not going to take another man's money from another child, what the fuck you think I'm going to take your money for my son that I've been wanting? So with my mom, man, like I said, bro, like, honestly, and my mom's got another daughter. And her birthday is tomorrow, matter of fact. It's right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my little sister's birthday right now, man. Alyssa, happy birthday, love. She raised us completely different. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom that I've seen as a man, I'm a man now, had a hatred toward my dad for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And the reason is because she didn't see the potential in my dad. And see, once my dad left, or once they divorced, my dad went straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he turned his net worth to almost $500,000. He bought a brand new house. He has five vehicles. He had 3 big trucks, 2 trailers, multiple sources of land. And my mom struggled. And she a lot of people behind the scenes told her, Michelle, you know you fucked up, right? You know what I'm saying? You know you fucked up. Because at the time, my dad was he was cutting grass, he was washing houses, he was a hustle man, he was doing hustle work. And once he got his CDL, it changed his life. And so to answer Reese Joe's question, man, I got the story from both sides, but I look at my parents, at their successes after the fact, and my dad went up and my mom really didn't. Like, she was kind of stagnant in life. So I look at energy. If my dad was putting out that type of bad energy, I don't think he would have been as successful as he was, you know what I'm saying, due to the type of person that my mom alleged him to be, if that answers your question.
How are you and your mom today? Are y'all good?
I had to go to counseling, Fred. Like, when I was young, I had a lot of anger toward both parents, you know what I'm saying? Because I always wanted my parents to get back together. We're good, but we keep our distance, man, to an extent, because it's been times like after I lived with my dad, I moved with my dad when I was 12. And I skipped a part, but the whole reason why they were doing all the court proceedings, because I was running away to my dad's house. I don't call it running away. I was like, they stayed 7 miles apart. So after school, I just go to that nigga house and tell the cops to come get me and shit. And after a while, they got tired of this shit, and that's why they had to go to court. So my mom, I tell everybody I love my mom to death, man, but I call it fair with my mom. It's been shit that my dad's done. Like, me and my dad had fist fights as a teenager, you know what I'm saying? And all kind of shit with my dad. So I love my parents, I love my mom, but it's a distance. You know what I'm saying? It's not as, the bond isn't as close as it could have been, because she lied about a lot of shit that she didn't have to lie about, versus had she just been honest. And my dad, like, me and my dad, we're tight, you know what I'm saying? Only because we have a bond, a stronger bond. And you know what I'm saying? We're in the same profession, but I'm not as close with my dad as some people are, even though I talk my dad up to death, you know, to life, excuse me. Like, we're not as close together. I need my distance from my dad because I'm still hurting from some of the distance. And same thing with my mom. I need my distance with my mom. Like, I can only take but so much, you know what I'm saying? Because look, bro, I used to hustle, man. I didn't even have to, but I used to hustle. And one time, my mom in church had said out loud, so you still peddling dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of relationship that me and my mom have. Like, she said that in front of everybody, man, and I ended up calling her out. So it's not, I'm not gonna say a love-hate relationship, but it's not as strong as it could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a divide in there. Like, it's love, but we don't, like, my mom doesn't really show love. Outside of the day I graduated, that's the first time I see my mom, like, for real break down, because she hadn't seen me in like 6 years. And when I graduated the Marine Corps, I don't know who told her about my graduation date, and she pulled up out of nowhere, man, and shit was crazy, bro. Like, I didn't know how to feel. Like, she was draped all on me, and I'm looking at my dad. He's just shaking his head like, give her that love, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, give her that love, man. And I gave it to her, you know what I'm saying? And it's been times I tried to build the relationship. She didn't really want to do it. And then vice versa. She tried to build and I didn't want to. So right now we're kind of at a stagnant. But if she calls, she know I'm there. Anybody in my family, if they call, they know I'm there. And see, I'll show you something, Fred. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but that's my rock right there, bro. Teresa, that's the only name I got. You know, I got the little rose patch, and then I got her name. You know what I'm saying? That's my rock, bro. And that was my grandma. That was my mom's mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's my rock, bro. She's got like 7 grandchildren, like 4 great grandchildren, man. 81 years old. She just made 81 in March. That's like that's who my mom is. You know what I'm saying? That's who I consider my mom, is Teresa. You know what I'm saying? Teresa Fuseli. Like, I didn't know if you had any other questions. I've been wanting to go, but I didn't know you had any other questions, bro.
I think you pretty much answered it. Oh, Reggie Owen says your experience is exactly what Floyd are dealing with the kid.
It's got aspects of it, yeah, definitely.
Aspects of it, yeah.
It's definitely got aspects.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's it.
Well, my nigga, look, I'm gonna go ahead and light this gas up, and I'm gonna jump back in. I'm gonna jump back in the chat, my nigga.
Right. Appreciate you, King.
Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.
All the time. Yeah, man. So, someone in the Cash App asked a question. You ain't have to ask this in the Cash App, but I appreciate it. Damn, it disappeared. He says, "Do you believe in spanking, specifically kids?" 1 second. Do you believe in spanking, specifically girls? Excuse me. Oh, I think about the kid. I'm interested in what y'all got to say about it. Do you believe in spanking, specifically girls? I'm interested in what y'all got to say. No, you don't, Big Lord. I'm interested in what y'all got to say. I don't have no issue answering this question. I have no issue. I appreciate you, Jason. But I just... There's a thin line, right? Yeah, there's a thin line. Good question. There's a thin line. Obviously, I haven't had to do none of that yet. Not obviously. Forgive me for saying that. When I get there, I'll let you know. I don't have an answer yet as it relates to that. I'm not afraid to do what I need to do. You understand? I'm definitely not afraid. Like with Lincoln, I'm teaching Lincoln, and you guys can help me through this. I don't have the answer, but I want him to understand cause and effect. Right? Like when he hits me, I always tell him, if you hit somebody, expect to get hit back. You understand? So sometimes he hits me and I just be chilling. I just be chilling on TV. He'll just run and hit me and I hit him back. You know what I mean? I think boys need to understand the resistance of it too.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap.
What's up, Reg?
I want to answer the question about whipping.
Yeah, go ahead.
I say yes. I whip both of my kids. I got twins, a boy and a girl, and they both get whipped. But what it takes for me to whip my daughter is different than what it takes for me to whip my son.
Okay.
It takes a little bit more for me to whip her because I don't want to be putting hands on my daughter. But when it gets to a point, because you can't let them get away with things, because girls who can get by with things, they develop these attitudes these behaviors that we've seen grown women that are like unbecoming of what a woman should be. And in the long run, it can affect the woman into making bad choices to where it just doesn't work out for them in life. So yeah, I definitely whoop them, but it takes more because you have to be a little bit more gentle with young girls. You don't want to break them or anything, but they have to know why they're getting whooped, and it's no holding back for neither one. I think in the thing with us in society is that a lot of us are suppressed from being in our natural form, the natural instinct to disciplining kids. That has been taken away from a lot of us due to restrictions that we think are placed upon us by society. But when we look into things that are the most natural in the world or in the universe, into the animal world, they don't differentiate on how they discipline their offspring. When the offspring's out of line, they go about disciplining to break a behavior. So that's what whipping is about. It's not to abuse a kid, it's to break certain behaviors because you are developing these kids in these developmental stage. Now, when they reach a certain age, ain't no hitting them and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless it's out of line. No, I think hitting the kids will always be there. Shit, my mom would pop my ass when I was grown and shit, and I just knew what it was.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that separates me from me and my brother. I was around when my mom was whooping my ass when I did something wrong. So and it worked. But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to answer that one. I whoop both my kids. Ain't no holding back.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
All right, well. Yeah, I haven't had to discipline Kennedy like that. You know, I'll just pick her up, grab her, squeeze her. You know what I mean? Like nothing out of the ordinary. But Lincoln, I want him to feel a man's strength. Like I'm very, very direct with Lincoln. I'm very direct with Lincoln. You know what I mean? Like I make sure he talk to me and not like, man. No, just say it. Like I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I'll know in a few years, but I try and eliminate like all the buffering and all that. You know, he can go to his mom and get the buffering and shit. You know what I mean? But Lincoln, I definitely like if he do something wrong, he and I gonna have a conversation, and I have no problem like getting his attention. You know, I mean, I haven't had to whoop my kids. I haven't had to whoop these. Nah, I think. But I'm very direct. When I say I'm very direct with Lincoln, I'm very direct with Lincoln. Like it's just, you know what I mean? There's no conversation of like, well, nah, we getting directly to what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? And he and I have conversation. If he was up, I would if they were playing in the toy room next door, I would have brought Lincoln in and we could have had this conversation. Because I don't know if because maybe it'll help some young parents or maybe make me a better parent. Hey, I forgot to intro.
What's your name? Where are you from?
You like that? That's the intro for women. I don't know if you knew that, but I didn't do it last time.
What do you saying?
You have an intro, Kelly.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Impossibly.
I still couldn't hear it good, but I'll listen back to it during the replay.
Gosh.
Is that better? Is it not all of the background noise this time?
No, go ahead. We ain't worried about it. We definitely interested in what you have to say about father-daughter whoopings.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is very important. I'm sorry, but there's a big difference between spanking your daughter and spanking your son. And I really hope you guys listen to this and listen up closely. As far as, I know he said he spanks his kids the same, spanking and spanking. It's really not, especially not coming from a man. As Blue Blood said, right? Our fathers are our first true love, period. That's our first love. So when your first love hits you, it's different, okay? If the man who's supposed to love you more than anything in this world, if it's okay for him to hit you, then it got to be okay for your boyfriend. It has to be okay for your husband. You have no idea how that translates in a woman's mind. Another thing that's very important, if you're really raising your daughter the right way and showing her the right love and how she's supposed to treat you, how she's supposed to treat people, she views things very, very differently, right? So like me, for instance, I used to get my butt whooped, viciously by my father and my mother. And let me just tell you, nothing has ever hurt me or made me cry on the level as disappointing my father, period. Nothing. Disappointing my father, letting him down was extremely painful. And I'm so tired of corny people in the. Just make sure the stuff that you're saying in the chat, like J.A. Dixon, just make sure you say that same stuff when I get back in the chat. Anyway, like I was saying, so when you spank her, it's very easy for your daughter to translate and associate love with pain and love with things like that, things of that nature, love with being hurt and abused. And then they grow older, because I could tell you straight up, any of my female friends who have ever been abused, and mind you, I've been through it, any of my female friends who have ever been abused, we associate love with that. And honestly, no man is going to ever hit you and hurt you as bad as your father. So you could take a lot of hits from a man, and you could take a lot of abuse. And that's why a lot of women stay a very long time, because you can deal with it. And because nothing, like I said, nothing can compare to that emotionally and physically from your father. There's never going to be anybody that hits you and hurts you worse than the man that you look at as God. There's nothing. So you have to, I'm not saying don't spank them or you can't spank them, but you definitely have to use a lot of restraint when it's a female. Because if not, it's very easy for her to associate it with pain or abuse with love and grow up and do the same exact thing and accept it from a man.
I get the stranding. I definitely understand that. Like, and yeah. I don't know. I haven't hit Kennedy yet, so I don't know. But I said yet. Forgive me for saying I haven't hit Kennedy yet, but I'll get back to y'all on that and how I'm raising my daughter. but Lincoln, oh man, I appreciate you. Before you hang up, I genuinely appreciate you talking about the psychosis of it or the psychoanalytics of it. I'm not sure if I'm saying the right word or picking the right word, but the mental component as it relates to childhood to adult and being in a relationship with a man. So what you're saying is so men can have a tangible example because your father hit you, when you get older and in a relationship, that becomes an expression of love when your man physically disciplines you.
No. I'm not saying that it's like, no. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. What I'm saying is, if it was okay for the man who loved you more than anything in this world and your first true love to hit you, right? And you still love him and honor him and respect him, what's the difference with your husband? What's the difference with your boyfriend? It's telling you it translates. It's acceptable. That's what I mean to say. It becomes very acceptable, which is a problem. And like I'm telling you, like, you got to understand something. There is a thin line between abuse and discipline. And that only is translated in the eyes of the child and the perspective and perception of the child. I didn't really know what abuse was until I heard other people's spanking stories and they didn't quite sound like mine. You know what I mean? And I mean, because literally, how do you know? How do you draw that line? It's all perspective and perception. Same as Real Rap said, like I was telling them earlier. Real Rap said, he has issues with his father because of the distancing, right? But then in the same breath, he also said his father was a hard worker who worked all the time. So he was distant because he was out there grinding for you. So at the end of the day, like I'm telling people, as a parent, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. It all depends on your child's perception. Either your child could look at it like, oh, wow, my father worked hard and did what he had to do for me and was there for me. Or my dad was never there. So, you know what I mean? So all you can do is the best that you can do. But I'm just letting you guys know. I have not met a female yet. I have not met a female yet who has been in an abusive relationship, okay, who hasn't been in it a long time. You ever seen those women that was in an abusive relationship for long periods of time? Years. I mean, broken bones and things of that nature, and it just never ends. Ask her about the relationship with her father. Ask her if her father spanked her. Ask her how her father spanked her. And you'll notice a lot of those stories are very similar. That's all.
We appreciate you calling in. You hung up already? Yeah. Thank you, Cal. I appreciate that perspective. And this was after your call earlier, or Blue Blood, one of y'all, somebody called in, and I've said this a few times on my channel, right? I've said this a few times on my channel. Kennedy is, and I know you guys seen this in your daughter. Kennedy is madly in love with me. Like, it is just insane. Like, it is just some of the most overwhelming emotion that a father goes through. Like, it is just insane. And I've never seen love like that in my life. like Lincoln and I love is different. Like it's like it's turning more manly. Now we're running around the house, chasing each other, playing cops and robbers, beating each other up, wrestling and shit like that. But Kennedy and I are so compassionate. Like it is like I've never experienced love like that in my life. I mean, I can't even put into words. Like it is just like today. We're watching PJ Masks or whatever it is, and you know, in the TV room and shit. And she just comes and just parks herself on my lap, and I'm like it's just insane. It is just insane. Lincoln, he just picks up his iPad and just, you know, minds his own business, goes in the toy room, plays, goes and builds his tracks, and then comes and pushes me. You know what I mean? It's just different. You know what I mean? You know, I hate the princess, so you know what I mean? But it's I can't even put it in a word. Like there's no number, there's no emotion, there's no adjective, there's no. It's just different, man. In terms of when Kennedy, yeah, but you know what I mean. I made a pact that you know what I mean. I hope that except that that song be killing her, right? I don't have the answers. I'm just giving my experiences. So don't think like, oh, this is the factor. This is the Bible of parenting. Shit, I'm a novice at it. I just you come from a space of authenticity, you know, and then you learn. I'm learning on the job. You know what I mean? Shit. So but yeah, man, father-daughter shit, that shit is just it's no love like it. No love like it, dog. No love like it. Damn. I would hate for that to be broken in any relationship. You know what I mean? It's like in real life. I would hate for that to like really, 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 really like be broken. You know what I mean? But who's this? So, but we'll see, man. You know. Where are we? Where are we? I got some more in me. You know, I mean, if y'all want to keep on. Oh, I had another. No, maybe I'll ask that tomorrow. I'll ask that tomorrow. That's why my girls adore me. Is spanking abuse? I haven't pulled no belt out on my kids. I'll grab Lincoln and talk to him. You know what I mean? But I ain't never. I don't know. I ain't there yet, so I don't know. I got skin wrapped around my finger. Yeah, it's Pretty Kelly, call back. You got questions from the chat. Oh, Pretty Kel, you got to call. Pretty Kel got a lot of questions. Pretty Kel, do you consider spanking as abuse? Oh yeah, you had a few kids.
So, all you scared to death Negroes.
What's popping?
All right. It was 9 of us, 5 boys, 4 girls.
Same like
Mom
Drew.
and Dad in the house.
Same like Blue Blood.
Huh?
Same as Blue Blood.
Yeah. Blue Blood, he seemed like he could have been my dad from the way he was talking.
Oh, shit.
But my dad whooped our ass, and so did Mom. We went to the country in the summer with Big Mama. Big Mama whooped our butt. We went to Maryland, Baltimore, some summers and stayed with my mom's mama. And she was a little more lenient. She read the Bible with you and stuff like that and talk to you, and you just didn't have much to do. But even with Dad, when I got a certain age, well, all of us got a certain age, he was whipping us with the belt, we grabbed the belt. What did we grab the belt for?
Punched you.
It was different grabbing it from Mom. We grabbed it from Dad. Man, he lifted us up, put us over it, and just handed it with his hand. Longshoreman now. big ass hands, and plus he farmed too, 90 acres. Hogs,
wow,
you know, with real McCoys, you know. And that hand hurt, man, worse than the damn belt. So he used to tell us, go pick out the switch, all of that good stuff. Yeah. I spanked my girls when they were little, when they do shit, you're breaking shit. Or they running out to the street, you know, when they're little and, hey, stop. They don't stop. And then you just got to go grab them. And, well, we out here in suburbia, you know, it ain't like being out by a highway. But still, they drive through here crazy. You know, you beat them on the back of that pamper with your hand to get that attention. When they get a little older, you pop them with a belt. You ain't trying to hurt them, you know. But not in my family. That shit hurt. It was meant to hurt. It was to get your attention. I didn't know that he was preparing us for life. And he also told us, you know, he didn't give us everything. When we got a certain age, we got a car, you know. We got toys and stuff. But, you know, with 9 kids, man, it's just, you just can't give kids a lot from my understanding. I don't know about what my brothers did. They probably gave more than I gave. But my thing was, I was there every day. I gave them everything they needed. They didn't get everything they wanted. And now they kind of have my work ethic. They go out there and they're grown and work for themselves. And my oldest daughter, she buy her kids the world, you know. I don't tell them not to because they seem to listen pretty good. Probably got a lot to do with when she leave them with me too. But I think she practice on them what I practice. She do a lot of screaming and hollering. But I don't. The other thing is, it's just something, man, raising kids. And I like when you said your daughter, she just loves you to death. That's how my girls were. And even today they're grown, they still are the same way with me.
It's insane.
And we used to do this little thing. Yeah, I used to do this little smack, you know, the little smack on each side of the face. Of course, we ain't doing that now, COVID. But yeah, I go, and I did it to them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, all the way up. And here y'all 30, 31, and 29. And every now and then they'll come up with that, and I'd be like, wow, man, you can't imagine how they make me feel, man. I was like, damn, they still love me. So yeah, you got a lot. She gonna do that as she get older too.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to protect her from them niggas. You let her go out there and, you know, she gotta go out there and find herself. But Fred, you're gonna have to protect her from them niggas. You're gonna have to have them talks with her. I never had the sex talks with my kids. I imagine the mother probably did that with them on the weekends. I don't know. I just didn't feel a need to do that. They didn't see me running women when I got them. I wasn't running women because both moms gave them to me, and I did my thing at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I think they all left about 23 and 21. They go live with the moms, and the oldest one, she got her own place here. But my youngest daughter's a special needs child, so. But she's trained and she works, you know. The oldest, she works, and she worked from home, and this is her last year at the Old Dominion University. So.
ODU.
Huh?
I said ODU.
Yeah, ODU. That's right. You know ODU. You've been there. Yeah, ODU. She wanted to go to Norfolk State. I said, nah, go over there to white folks. I want you to get a job. But Norfolk State gives you a job? I said, yeah, they give you a job. I said, but this society is growing up and they starving those historically black colleges for money. She said, well, they're in the NC, they're in the different college range. I think they're university now, but they still treat them like a black college. They play University of Alabama, and Alabama give them $1 million a year to beat the hell out of them, and like 89 and nothing with the third string, and then half of the team end up in the hospital for $1 million. You think that's worth this shit? Should have stayed in the CIAA. But anyway, I don't know how I got to that. But yeah, man, I think it's a good thing. People that brutalize their kids, that I don't understand. I didn't see mom and dad hit, kids in the house. My older sister husbands don't beat them. My brothers don't beat their wives, So yeah, we all got ass whoopings, and the girls got ass whoopings, and no man beat them. I don't know. I guess we grew up in a different time too. You know, we had Big Mama, the family reunion, and like soul food, like my man Real Rap was talking. That shit was real with us. We had a real Big Mama, man. I was like, damn. But anyway, Jay, I'm back in the chat, Fred.
Appreciate you.
All right, love you, King.
All right, love you too. Thanks. Yeah, man. Where we at? What was that princess taught to speak on it now? All right, we getting out of here, dog. We getting not Reggie, DB. Where we at, man? This was a great show, man. We be peeling the onion all the way back. Damn. Don't spar the road, like they say. Spank them kids. Oh man. It's not DB. Not DB. DB, you alive? You sleep? Where you at? I appreciate everyone being open and honest, and 20 more minutes. Oh God. Hey, you know what I would talk about tomorrow? I was thinking about talking tomorrow is there such thing as an alpha female? Is there such thing as an alpha female? I'm very interested in that. So tell your girlfriends to come in. I'll post it tomorrow early. So we can have this conversation, all right?
Let my tip to B12, double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well.
What's poppin', dog?
Man, you know what? We didn't really have nobody cooking tonight, man. They was baking and they was slow roasting.
Rotisserie in that hoe, huh?
History, yeah, boy. It was, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey said though, let the marathon continue. Yeah, we was on one tonight. Yeah, but it was some good dialogue somewhere in there.
I learned a lot tonight for sure. I'm gonna rewatch this show tomorrow when I'm driving in the car.
Yeah, and people got to remember too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's called barbershop conversation. So when we do it just like we do it in a barbershop. You know, it's usually mostly men in there, but you know, some women come through and get their son a fade and whatnot. Yeah. You know, and at the end of the day, most of us, we neighbors. You know, we the same city folk, and most of us family. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if there's a little disagreements, you know what I'm saying? Like that's cool. We can have those, but no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's about that time, Fred. So can you do me a favor?
What you need?
Play the song, Fred.
There it is, nigga. Where we go? 2 hours. We went 3 hours tonight, dog. P Money. We went 3 hours, man. P Money, Pretty Kelly. We appreciate you. Reggie Owens, appreciate you. Hurricane, lead by example. Lowland, Mark Wonder. We got 10 mics tonight. Oh, we got 2 5s. We got a 2020 mic and a 1985 mic. Pretty Kel, D Hodges, Reggie Owens, Rob. I appreciate everybody calling in, man. Lead by example. P Money, Reese. We missed you tonight. You know, you got 2 boys, right, Reese? 2 boys. What up, Jay Dixon, Roderick, Pretty Kel, E, what it do? Eli Zachary, man. What a show. I can't wait to rewatch this show. I don't think I got enough gas in the tank to watch it tonight, but I'm watching it tomorrow for sure. Mr. Jada, appreciate the Cash App. TB, how you feeling, man? How you feeling? It's your favorite part of the song, TB. Your name came up the same time yesterday, too. How funny is that?
Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a lie. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do, hey. So things you gotta do,
hey. Mark Wonderlick, appreciate you, dog. We in this motherfucker. Yeah, Eli, we be in tomorrow. Hopefully grandma's doing wonderful. You know what I mean? That's 3 generations in one house. Mr. Ism, what it do? D Hodges, man, appreciate you, dog. We're going to talk about it tomorrow, Pretty Cal. Tell your girlfriends to chime in. We need more women. Someone invite a woman to tomorrow's show. Tell them don't be afraid to call. Is there such thing as an alpha female? I'm very interested to see what y'all think. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Greatest, yeah. Bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons, indigenous to the grind. So I do it for all my people, jabbing the competition, back up against the rope. You fighting for recognition, I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals, yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a paper, no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Can't take it personal, 'cause the devil is a lie. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's only what you do. Hey. Some things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey.
We did this, motherfucker. I appreciate you, CMB. Appreciate your real rap. From LA to LA, like Master P. I used to tell him that all the time. From LA to LA, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. We'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate you, Corey Lee. Appreciate you, though. It was a hell of a show tonight. Damn. I don't even know what clip to edit. You know what I mean? Shit. I gotta edit one of these pieces into a clip. Love y'all, man. We out this motherfucker.